Batting practice is over and the ground crew is getting the field ready. It's time for the on-deck circle, a comprehensive look at the Salt Lake Stingers and the Pacific Coast League. Now, to get you ready for today's game, here's the voice of the Stingers, Steve Klauke.
Well, a very good evening to you, and welcome to Salt Lake Stingers baseball on a beautiful night here in Salt Lake City. It's the Stingers and the Portland Beavers opening up a 4-game series here at Franklin Covey Field. Steve Klauke with you as the Stingers try to turn things around in their favor, having dropped this franchise record 8 consecutive games so far over the last, week and plus. As a matter of fact, they are 0-8 since the All-Star break, but they're facing a Portland ball club that has had the advantage over the Stingers this year, winning 6 out of the 8 meetings between the two teams so far this year. Portland lost last night to Tacoma 9-3. That ended an 8-game Beavers winning streak. A winning streak that has vaulted them to within 1 game of the first-place Edmonton Trappers in the North Division race. More on the standings coming up in just a few moments. Meanwhile, the Stingers at 37-61 after the loss last night. Another tough one to the Sacramento Rivercats by a final score of 3-1. This 8-game losing streak, 2 definitive halves in the 4 straight losses to Edmonton. They scored runs but could not stop the Trappers' offense. Meanwhile, they got great pitching in the Sacramento series, but the Stingers couldn't manufacture very much in the way of offense as they scored only 7 runs in the 4-game series. The pitching matchup for tonight's game here, for the Stingers, it'll be right-hander Chris Puchek with a record of 6-6. And for the Portland Beavers, it'll be right-hander Dennis Tankersley. His record is 5-3. When we come back, we'll take a look at the Pacific Coast League standings and more right after this on ESPN 1230.
Mortgage rates have gone up. Hi, this is Scott Borster with Alta Mortgage Group. Mortgage rates have increased recently, so at Alta Mortgage Group, we've created a new program which offers a rock-bottom fixed interest rate for up to 7 years that is flexible enough to allow you to pay a normal payment based on 10, 15, 20, or 30-year mortgage payments. Or just take a breather and just pay the interest rate you choose. This program sometimes cuts your mortgage payment in half. These rates are so low you'll have to call 628-9400 for a quote. We can also correct inaccurate credit scores that are making you pay higher interest rates on your loans. This problem of inaccurate credit scores is costing consumers millions of dollars per year. Let us help you today. We can help you correct these credit problems. Call 628-9400. That's 628-9400. Or visit us on the web at alphamortgagegroup.com. We are here to help you.
Summer Sales Madness has West Valley Suzuki in deep discount mode on all Suzuki SUVs. Make the smart move now while selection is still good on new 2004s. Like the new XL7 4-wheel drive auto transmission loaded for just $19,995 after rebates. 0 down, just $349 a month OAC. Or get a new Grand Vitara 4-wheel drive LX for $18,495 after rebates. 0 down, $323 a month OAC. West Valley Suzuki still has a large selection of Suzuki cars like the new automatic Forenza S sedans. Loaded. Only $11,999 after rebates. 0 down and $199 a month OAC. West Valley Suzuki is Utah's #1 volume Suzuki dealer and wants you to be a part of our growing family. All Suzuki vehicles come with America's #1 warranty. 100,000 mile, no deductible, and it's fully transferable. That's the kind of value you deserve on your next vehicle. And don't forget, if you own any kind of Suzuki vehicle, you qualify for $1,000 in loyalty cash on SUVs. West Valley Suzuki, 3200 West, 3500 South. Offer expires July 31st.
Welcome back to Franklin Covey Field, where it's time now to check out the standings. Brought to you by your local Associated Food Stores, featuring Western family brands. Only the best will do for you at Associated Food Stores. First of all, in the North Division, what was a non-race a couple of weeks ago is a very tight one. Edmonton has soared into the lead in the North Division and have just a 1-game lead over Tacoma and a 1-game advantage over Portland. At the end of tonight, there is the possibility of a 3-way tie for first place. In the South, Sacramento with a comfortable 8.5-game lead over Tucson Fresno and Las Vegas, 14 and 16 games back respectively. Over in the Central Division, Iowa leads Colorado Springs by 4 games, and the two teams open up a series in the Springs this weekend. Meanwhile, Albuquerque is 5.5 back, and Omaha trails by 14. And finally, in the East, Oklahoma with the biggest divisional lead of any team in the league, 9.5 games over second place Nashville. Memphis is 10 back, and New Orleans trails by 13. Taking a look at the other games tonight in the PCL with new series beginning all around the league. Memphis is at New Orleans, no score after 1. In the second inning at Oklahoma, Nashville leads the Red Hawks 1-0. Later on, Iowa visits Colorado Springs, Edmonton hosts Tacoma, Omaha visits Albuquerque, Fresno travels to Tucson, and Sacramento is at Las Vegas. And that's a look at the standings and the schedule tonight in the Pacific Coast League. We'll be back to check out the major leagues next on ESPN 1230.
After a successful 4th of July, Porter's is fully restocked and ready for the 24th of July.
So why get stung by firework outlets that double the price and then claim it's buy one, get one free? There may be other fireworks stores, but there's only one Porter's Fireworks, just off the first exit of nearby Evanston, Wyoming. The granddaddy of all fireworks stores guarantees the absolute best prices and selection, as well as precise explanations by their highly trained staff on everything from Roman candles and artillery shells for a stay in Wyoming, or fountains and cones for a return home to Utah, and all without double price, get one free gimmicks. Why pay double just to get one free? Instead, go to the Fireworks Champions, Porter's Fireworks, voted best fireworks store for 12 straight years. Just look for the big red and white building right along the first I-80 exit in nearby Evanston, Wyoming. And don't confuse Porter's with the ghost, cat, or clown fireworks stores, because at Porter's Fireworks, we don't sell and tell. Porter's Fireworks, we celebrate America.
Hey, this is Dale Shaughnessy from Totally Awesome Computers. And I keep having these people bring in brand new Dell computers trying to upgrade it to be fast enough to run their software. That doesn't make much sense. Why would you have to upgrade a brand new computer? But the really bad thing is you open up a lot of these Dells and they don't even have an AGP expansion slot, so there's no possible way to update it to the latest AGP video card. There's nowhere to put it in. And then you can't swap out the motherboard with a standard ATX motherboard because none of the standard ATX motherboards that I carry even fit in a Dell case. It's completely proprietary, so you're completely screwed up the bunghole. Do not buy a Dell. Totally Awesome Computers, we use all name brand hardware. All of our hardware is standard, so you can buy parts and upgrades anywhere. You're not stuck with us. You know, why would you buy crap when for the same price you could get a Totally Awesome computer? Go figure.
Welcome back to Franklin Covey Field, where the Stingers and Beavers are getting ready to open up a 4-game series. Dennis Tankersley for Portland warming up down the left field line, and Chris Buchek getting loose for the Stingers down the right field line. Right now, let's find out what's happening in the major leagues tonight. Again, new series beginning all over. Major League Baseball. In the American League, they're in the 7th inning at Cleveland. The Indians and Royals are tied 2-2. In the 6th at Toronto, the Blue Jays lead Tampa Bay 7-3. 6th inning at Fenway, the Red Sox and Curt Schilling leading the Yankees 4-2. After 4 innings in Baltimore, Minnesota leads the Orioles 4-1. In the 3rd at Chicago, the White Sox lead Detroit 4-2. Later on, the Stingers' parent club, the Anaheim Angels, are at Seattle to take on the Mariners. John Lackey, 7-9. The former Stinger going for Anaheim against left-hander Jamie Moyer for Seattle. And Texas is at Oakland. In the National League, they're in the 6th inning at Montreal. The Expos lead Florida 2-1. In the bottom of the 6th at Philadelphia, the Cubs and Kerry Wood lead the Phillies 3-1. 5th inning at Pittsburgh, the Pirates lead Cincinnati 6-2. After 3 in Houston, Milwaukee leads the Astros 1-0. In the 4th at St. Louis, the Cardinals and Giants are scoreless. Later on, Colorado's at Arizona. The Dodgers host San Diego, while the Mets and Braves were postponed due to rain tonight in New York. And that's what's happening in the major leagues right now. We'll come back with the starting lineups for our game here in Salt Lake City tonight. Coming up next here on ESPN 1230.
PetSmart is saying thank you to the nation's pet parents with great offers and a free party. When you spend $50 or more during a single visit in July, you'll receive a coupon good for a free collectible pet parent appreciation frame and Polaroid photo package. Redeemable at the PetSmart Paw Print Party coming up on Tuesday, August 3rd. Plus, 40-pound bags of Science Diet dog food are on sale for just $25.99. Pet Parent Appreciation Days for a limited time only at PetSmart. While supplies last, see store for details. Photo package is a $9.95 value.
If you were to say, "Working man, you don't have to go to school to kill bugs," I'd say, "Nobody's born an expert, my friend." I actually took entomology classes to learn that sea ants will nest right under your kitchen counters. It's not exactly good dinner conversation, but what you thought was dinner for 4 could really be dinner for 4,000. I still take courses to keep up with the latest facts, like how the Argentine ant has no natural enemy, except, of course, for me. Well, this is the Orkin Man saying, if it bugs you, bug me at 1-800-ORKIN-MAN.
And now for a traffic update, we go to Kelly Clark. Kelly, how's it looking out there?
Well, if you've got to get anywhere, I hope you have lots of time. All northbound lanes at the Taylor Interchange are backed up. Westbound lanes are at a standstill, and the off-ramp near the Martin Building remains closed, causing major headaches.
Not good.
But I do have good news.
What's that, Kelly?
I just saved a bunch of money on my car insurance by switching to Geico.
See what you could save. Call 1-800-947-AUTO. Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% on car insurance.
After a 10-win season, a Liberty Bowl shutout of Southern Miss, and a top 25 ranking, you may think the University of Utah football team is satisfied. Well, Urban Meyer and the boys want to let you in on a little secret. You ain't seen nothing yet. Ain't seen nothing yet. So call 581-UTIPS for your season tickets because you ain't seen nothing yet.
Welcome back to the ballpark. Time now to give you tonight's starting lineup, brought to you by National Isuzu Southtown. Isuzu is back in the Salt Lake area at National Isuzu Southtown, located in the Southtown Auto Mall in Sandy. For the visiting Portland Beavers, managed by Craig Colbert. Leading off the center fielder, Freddie Guzman. Batting second, the right fielder, Kerry Robinson. Hitting third and catching, Ramon Hernandez. Batting cleanup, the left fielder, John Knott. Hitting fifth and playing first base back at Franklin Covey Field for the first time in 4 years, former Buzz star Brian Buchanan. Hitting sixth and playing third base, Jake Gautreau. Hitting seventh, the shortstop, J.J. Permaniak. Batting eighth and playing second base, Ramon Vasquez. And hitting ninth is the designated hitter, Bernie Castro. Pitching for the Beavers will be right-hander Dennis Tankersley. For the homestanding Salt Lake Stingers, managed by Mike Brumley. Leading off, the center fielder, Zach Sorensen. Batting second, the shortstop, Alfredo Amezaga. Hitting third and playing first base, Casey Kochman. Batting cleanup, the third baseman, Dallas McPherson. Hitting fifth, the left fielder, Curtis Pride. Hitting sixth and playing right field, Brian Gordon. Hitting seventh, the second baseman, Jake Thrower. Batting eighth, the designated hitter, Gary Johnson. And hitting ninth is the catcher, Tom Gregorio. Pitching for the Stingers will be right-hander Chris Butchek. It's the Stingers and the Portland Beavers. Game 1 of a 4-game series. We'll be back with the first pitch in just a few moments. You've been in the on-deck circle on ESPN 1230.
This has been the on-deck circle. Stay tuned. Salt Lake Stingers baseball is coming up next on the home of the Stingers, ESPN 1230 AM.
Ogden Subaru's big summer inventory sell-down is now underway. During this big clearance, Ogden Subaru is offering discounts and savings up to $6,500 on remaining 04 models. To help introduce our award-winning new 05 models, Ogden Subaru is offering a special 39-month lease with a payment of only $269 per month on new 05 Outbacks. Payments on new Legacy sedans are set at $249 per month and only $199 per month on 05 Impreza RSs. To participate in these huge savings, all we need is your good credit and $3,000 in trade equity for cap reduction and upfront fees. As an extra bonus during this big sale, Ogden Subaru pays your sales tax. These are new 05 Subarus, driven by what's inside. After 23 years in business, Ogden Subaru is undisputed the #1 dealer in customer satisfaction in northern Utah. Our low guaranteed prices are absolutely unbeatable. Don't miss this big summer sell down. Be sure to shop Ogden Subaru before you buy. 3377 Wall Avenue.
KJQS Murray, Salt Lake City. This is ESPN Radio AM 1230. And he throws deep. Worldwide leader in sports. Citadel Broadcasting Station. The field is live. The starting pitchers have finished their warm-up, and the managers have exchanged lineup cards. It's time for Salt Lake Stingers baseball. So let's go to the ballpark. Here's the voice of the Salt Lake Stingers, Steve Klauke.
Once again, a very good evening to you, and welcome to Salt Lake Stingers baseball on a picture postcard perfect night here in Salt Lake City. It's the Stingers and the Portland Beavers getting ready for Game 1 of a 4-game series as these two teams meet for the first time since back in May. Stingers and Beavers have met 8 times this year, with the Beavers winning 3 out of 4 here in Salt Lake City between the 24th and 27th of April, and winning 3 out of 4 over the Stingers between the 3rd and 6th of May up at PGE Park. Stingers have had the better of it the last couple of years against the Beavers, but not so this season. Here in Salt Lake, Portland has won 5-0, 8-4, lost 10-6, and then beat the Stingers in 11 innings, 6-3. Then in Portland, Portland won 9-8, 5-3, and 8-6 before the Stingers claimed the final game of that series in 10 innings by a score of 3-2. So the Stingers about ready to take the field. Our umpires is assigned by the Pacific Coast League. Steve Cox is behind the plate. Angel Campos is at first base. And Al White is the arbiter over at third. As the Stingers right now taking the field for the ball game, the youngsters from the different from Western baseball, boys baseball team going out to the positions with their counterparts on the Stingers. And in just a moment, we'll have the singing of our national anthem, and then we'll be ready to play ball here on this Friday night. So if you can, come on over as the Stingers get ready to take on the Portland Beavers. But first, it's time now for our national anthem to be performed tonight by a group known as the Overtones. And our national anthem prior to the start of today's game between the Stingers and the Portland Beavers. Stingers in their home white with the red numerals and lettering trimmed in black, while the Beavers are in their red tops with black numerals and lettering trimmed in gold. On the field for the Stingers, let's take them around to their positions defensively, courtesy of the Phone Directories Company. Cover your bases using the phone book with the beautiful cover, or you can look up what you need at myphonedirectory.com. For the Stingers, Curtis Pride is in left, Zach Sorensen in center, and Brian Gordon's in right. Dallas McPherson's at third, Alfredo Amezaga at short, Jake Thrower at second, and Casey Kotzman is at first. A battery of Chris Puchek pitching and Tom Gregorio catching. For Chris Puchek, this will be his 20th start of the season. In 108 innings, he's given up 134 hits, 69 runs, 64 of them earned. He has struck out 65 and walked 38. He's hit 2 batters, thrown 4 wild pitches, and surrendered 13 home runs. Buchek has won 6 and lost 6 with a 5.33 earned run average. The PCL is hitting .301 against the big 6'5", 200-pound right-hander, Chris Buchek. So Chris finishing up his warm-up tosses before we get our ball game underway. This Beaver ball club comes in having won 8 of their last 9. So play ball from the youngsters, and we're just about ready to go. And Portland had won 8 in a row before dropping a 9-3 decision to to Tacoma last night. Again, Edmonton leads the North by 1 over Tacoma and 1 over Portland, with the Trappers and Rainiers playing tonight in Edmonton. So we're ready to go. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. If you can't come out, and stay with us. Salt Lake Stingers baseball is on the air for a Friday night here in Salt Lake City. Ball being tossed around the infield, leading things off for the Beavers will be the center fielder, the speedy Freddie Guzman, a guy you definitely want to keep off the base paths. Guzman batting .298, 8 doubles, 3 triples, no homers, and 13 runs batted in. Guzman leading the Pacific Coast League with 31 stolen bases, even though he spent the first 5 weeks of the season in Double-A. First pitch to Guzman on the way, and it's a fastball strike, and we're underway. McPherson closing in at third, guarding against a potential bunt. Guzman stole 17 bases in 35 games for Mobile. The 0-1 swung on and flared into the crowd behind the third base dugout, and the count's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes the count. Last year, Guzman stole 90 bases, 49 at Class A Lake Elsinore in 70 games, 38 in 46 games at Double-A Mobile, and 3 in 2 games for Portland. The 0-2 fastball from Buchek is high, ball 1. 1-2 the count. Chris with his fastball, slider, and changeup. Had turned things around, but he struggled his last time up, so against the Edmonton Trappers, so he's looking to get back on track. The 1-2 to Guzman. Swing and a foul tip hung on to by Gregorio. No. Home plate umpire Steve Cox said it hit the ground. Tom Gregorio said, no, I caught it on the fly. And now Cox asking for some help from the first base umpire, Angel Campos. So the 2 umpires discussing the situation, and yes, it did not hit the ground. He's out. And now Craig Colbert, the third base coach and manager of the Portland Beavers, coming down the line to discuss the change of calls. One away, that'll bring up the right fielder, Kerry Robinson. Robinson batting .349, 3 doubles, 2 triples, 1 homer, 6 runs batted in. Colbert pointing to the third base umpire, Al White, asking Steve Cox why he didn't ask Al for some help, but I would think in a situation like that, you might go to the third base umpire, seeing it would be like a check swing situation. You go to the open side of the hitter, but in that case, he went to Campos. Kerry Robinson takes a strike at the knees, 0-1. Robinson hitting .349, as we mentioned, the former St. Louis Cardinal and Memphis Redbird. You have to wonder if part of that's because Al's a local umpire filling in. Either way, the call was made. Here's the 0-1 to Robinson. Fastball outside at the knees. A ball, 1-1 the count on the speedy outfielder. Left-handed batter against the right-hander Buchek. 1 ball, 1 strike the count on Robinson, who hasn't faced Salt Lake since he was at Tacoma Rainier. There's a breaking ball strike in the inside corner above the knees, 1-2. All the time that Robinson over the years has spent with Memphis, he's never faced Salt Lake in a Redbirds uniform. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count on Robinson. Buchek delivers, swinging a chopper back to the mound. Buchek fields it near the rubber and throws to first for the out. 2 up, 2 down here in the Portland first. That'll bring up Ramon Hernandez, the catcher. Hernandez here on an injury rehab assignment from the San Diego Padres. He's rehabbing a strained left knee. Had all those years with Oakland, but was traded by the A's along with outfielder Terrence Long for Mark Kotsay back in November. Hernandez, prior to the injury, .266 hitter with the Padres, 7 homers, 25 runs batted in. Right-handed batter. Put a lot of games in behind the plate the last few years. Pitch on the way. Hernandez takes outside. Ball one. He's averaged right around 137 games caught over the last 4 seasons heading into this year. 1 ball, no strikes, the count on Hernandez. The pitch. Swung on and fouled off the top of the screen, and that evens the count at 1-1 for Buchek. This is his second start of the season against Portland. He beat the Beavers here on April the 26th, allowing just 3 runs, 2 of them earned on 6 hits in 6 1/3 innings. Chris with 3 straight wins as far as decisions are concerned, but that's taken over a 7-start stretch. Now the 1-1. Hernandez punches one through the right side and into right field, a base hit. So Hernandez going the other way. Gets it in between Jake Thrower and Casey Kotzman. And so with 2 outs, the Beavers have a base runner. Here's John Knott, the left fielder. A .307 hitter, 17 doubles, 2 triples, 18 homers, 62 runs batted in. Knott 13 for 30 against Salt Lake pitching. One of Chris's best outings ever was in 2002 in Portland, a complete game shutout. Breaking ball low, ball 1. That was a game the Stingers needed. They had lost, I believe it was 5 in a row. Their lead was slipping in the divisional race, but that shutout win in Portland turned things back around in the Stingers' favor. 1-0 pitch to Knott, a breaking ball in at the knees, a strike, and it's 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. Buchek 6-6, doesn't matter where he is. He's 2-2 at home, 4-4 on the road, although his ERA at home more than a 1.5 per game higher. Now the 1-1 pitch to Knott. Breaking ball low and outside to the right-hand batter. The count on Knott is 2 balls and 1 strike. Two balls, 1 strike the count. Now Buchek ready from the belt. Here's the 2-1. Knott takes a fastball high and inside. 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike. Brian Buchanan due next. 3 balls and a strike on Knott. 3 homers, 10 RBI against Salt Lake pitching this year. 3-1 pitch. Big cut comes up empty on the Buchek slider. And that fills the count at 3-2. So that means Hernandez will automatically be on the move with the pitch here. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Now Buchek ready from the belt waiting. The payoff pitch. Swung on and popped up foul. Back over the roof and out of play. So we'll do it again at 3 balls and 2 strikes. And a big crowd for tomorrow night's Pioneer Day game and fireworks extravaganza. 3-2, the count on Knott. Outfield deep and around towards left. Pride shading his eyes with his glove out there as the 3-2 pitch comes home. There goes the runner, swinging a ground ball toward Chortum. Ezeka to his left has it. Goes down the run a little high, but Kotzman pulls it in for the out, and that retires the side. No runs, 1 hit. 1 left. We go to the bottom of the first. Portland nothing, and the Stingers are coming to bat on ESPN 1230.
National Auto Plaza at 108th South and State, where the used car disposal is happening through this weekend only. Warning. The following advertisement contains explicit sayings, disgusting low prices, and unheard of terms. Announcing National Auto Plaza's urgent used car disposal. Used car's low price leader is seriously overstocked and needs to sell 300 vehicles by Tuesday, July 27th. Our loss is your gain. Shop from an incredible selection of coupes, mid-sized trucks, economy pickups, 4x4s, extended cabs, sport utilities, family vans, and more. Best of all, they're priced way, and I mean way below market value. In fact, you could save up to $3,500. Unsold vehicles will be shipped off to auction on Tuesday, July 27th. So, I suggest you head down to National Auto Plaza at 108th South and State and save thousands today. Easy to find at 108th South and State. Enter at the giant American flag.
Starting for your locally owned grocery store, Andy Goodwill.
Regarded as the top customer service clerk in the country, Andy Goodwill is a first-team all-star selection as a provider of only the best service to shoppers at any of the associated food stores, including Acres, Peterson's, Macy's, and others across the Wasatch Front. As region MVP, Goodwill set records for happy customers, satisfied shoppers, and stunning smiles. Goodwill chose associated food stores because of its commitment to customer service and the impressive reputation of Western Family Products. For your family, only the best.
Now, back to more Stingers baseball on ESPN 1230 AM.
To go to the bottom of the first inning, no score defensively for Portland. Let's take a look at their alignment, courtesy of the Phone Directories Company. John Knott in left, Freddie Guzman in center, Kerry Robinson in right, Jake Gautreau at third, J.J. Fermaniak at short, Ramon Vasquez at second, and Brian Buchanan's at first. A battery of Dennis Tankersley pitching and Ramon Hernandez catching. For Tankersley, his 14th start with the Beavers. In 81 innings, he's given up 80 hits, 40 runs, 30 of them earned. He has struck out 59 while walking 29. He's won 5 and lost 3 with a 3.33 earned run average, and the PCL is batting .259 against right-hander Dennis Tankersley. Leading things off, Zach Sorensen takes a fastball outside, ball 1. 1-0 the count. Tankersley 6'2", 185 in his 6th year. The pitch to Zach. Swung on and lifted foul. Third base side onto the roof, out of play. That evens the count at 1-1. Sorensen batting .330. 8 doubles, 2 triples, no homers, 18 runs batted in. Now the wind by Tankersley, the pitch. Inside, a breaking ball as Sorensen jumps back out of the way. 2-1 the count. Sorensen facing Portland pitching for the first time this year. The 2-1. Swung on and lined into center field, a base hit. Played on the third hop by Freddie Guzman, and Sorensen's aboard with a leadoff single. So here's Alfredo Amezaga now. Alfredo batting .262, 5 doubles, 1 triple, 2 homers, and 13 runs batted in. Alfredo 5 out of 17 against Portland pitching this year. So Tankersley on the mound gives up the leadoff single. Now the pitch to Alfredo, a fastball outside, ball 1. 1-0 the count on Alfredo, batting left-handed against the right-hander Tankersley. Now the toss to first, a little bit low, but Buchanan's able to dig it out. So the count, 1 ball, no strikes on Alfredo. Sorensen, the Stingers' stolen base leader with 14. He's been thrown out just 3 times. The pitch. Amezaga pops it up foul back into the left of home plate. That evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Tankersley has appeared in 7 games with San Diego. 4 of them starts. He struggled with the Padres, going 0-3 record-wise, although a good ERA at 3.20. The 1-1 to Amezaga. Off speed and just a little bit low. So the count's 2-1. Tankersley won his only start against the Stingers earlier this year. That was on the 4th of May in Portland. Tankersley ready, the 2-1. Amezaga smash one fair inside the first base, back past Buchanan down in the right field corner. Sorensen heading for third. He's being waved on in. Here comes the relay from Vasquez to the plate. Not in time. On to third goes Alfredo, and it's 1-0 Salt Lake. Amezaga with a hot shot in between Buchanan and the first base bag. And it rattled down into the right field corner. So Amezaga at third. We'll wait to see if it's a triple or a double. Either way, it's a run scored and a run batted in for Amezaga, and it's 1-0 Stingers. So a runner at third base. Nobody out. And the batter will be Casey Kotzman. Kotzman batting .314, 6 doubles, 2 homers, 15 runs batted in. Checks his swing on a breaking ball. It's over for a strike at 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Kochman's first game in quite a while because of that sore right wrist of his. Now the pitch. Check swing again. Breaking ball low and inside. They appeal the check swing. No swing, says Al White at third. 1 ball, 1 strike. Kochman last played on the 29th of June in Tucson. Here's the pitch, swinging a ground ball right side. They'll score the run as Buchanan backhands it and takes it 4 steps to the bag for the out. So 1 away, a run in, and it's 2-0 in favor of the Stingers. Kochman with his 16th RBI. Here's Dallas McPherson, the third baseman, batting .322. 5 doubles, 3 triples, 10 homers, 25 runs batted in. Tankersley beat the Stingers on May 4th, giving up 2 runs, only 1 of them earned, on 6 hits and 6 2/3 innings, striking out 8 and walking 2. First pitch to McPherson, inside with a fastball knee high, ball 1. Beavers won that game 5-3. 1 ball to count on Dallas. Coming off a 2 for 12 in Sacramento, swinging a foul. Hits the window to our left. The count on McPherson is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. One and 1 the count. The pitch. McPherson takes a changeup just a little bit low, and the count's even. Now 1 ball and 1 strike. Still waiting to find out if Alfredo was given a double or a triple on that one. Now Tankersley ready, the 1-1. McPherson takes a breaking ball inside at the knees, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Now the line by Tankersley, the pitch. Swung on and fouled. Third base side, over the roof and out of play. And the count's even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 the count. Infield back, the outfield straight away for Dallas. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss and a pitch away. He struck him out. So Tankersley records his first strikeout. 2 down. That'll bring up Curtis Pride, the left fielder. Pride batting .388. 3 doubles, 2 homers, and 8 runs batted in. Curtis facing Portland for the first time. Highest average on the Stingers team against Portland comes from a guy who's no longer with the ball club, Derek Gibson. First pitch to Pride on the way. Swung on and driven into center field. Guzman racing back, still going back. It's over his head, off the top of the wall, and it caroms by him. Here's Pride racing around second, on his way to third, and he'll slide in safely with a triple. A rocket off the bat of Curtis. It hit the top of the wall and came back so quickly it got by Guzman. And so Curtis has his first triple in a Salt Lake uniform. Hit number 3 for the Stingers in the inning. And that'll bring up Brian Gordon, the right fielder. Brian batting .270, 21 doubles, 3 triples, 16 homers, 53 runs batted in. He's 7 for 22 against Portland. So 2 out, a runner at third. Tankersley ready, the pitch. Outside for a ball, 1-0. Tell you what, Curtis Pride, when he's been with the team and been healthy, he has scalded the baseball. With that triple, he keeps his streak alive of never having gone back-to-back games without a hit. Here's a swing and a foul off the top of the screen, 1-1. Pride is appearing in his 16th game as a Stinger, and only 3 times has he gone hitless. And one of those, he came into the ball game midway through the contest and went 0 for 2. Now the 1-1 pitch to Gordon. Fastball misses inside. 2-1 the count on Brian. 2-0 Stingers here in the first. Tankersley working from the stretch with a runner at third, 2 out. The delivery. Swinging a pop foul. Back over the roof and out of play to even the count at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Gordon at the plate, second in the league. He struck out 99 times this year. A.J. Zapp of Tacoma leads. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a broken bat pop-up in back of third. Gautreau never sees it, and it lands over by the third base dugout and bounces into the crowd. The barrel of the bat on the backside of the infield grass out near second base, but Gautreau, looking into that tough, bright Franklin Covey Field sunshine, never saw the ball off the bat of Gordon. And so Bryan stays alive here with a count of 2-2. He's got to lead the Stingers in broken bats this year. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the pitch. Strike 3 called. A change-up in under the letters, and that retires the side. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors. 1 runner left on base. At the end of 1, it's the Stingers 2, Portland nothing on ESPN 1230.
Two of the fastest growing crimes in Utah are fraud and forgery. Don't be a victim. Have sensitive and confidential documents disposed of safely at Certified Shred. With Certified Shred, you can have your items shredded on site with their state-of-the-art mobile shredding truck, or you can let their secured personnel do it off-site. To contact the bonded and insured professionals at Certified Shred, call 972-4748. They've been handling the removal of sensitive documents for over 5 years, so they know what they're doing. Certified Shred, 972-4748.
Hi, what can I do for you today?
I came to say goodbye.
Goodbye?
I'm thinking of seeing another Chevy dealership.
Oh.
I've always been happy here at Gus Paula's.
Did we do something wrong?
No, of course not. It's just that, well, this other place is advertising a big rebate on a new truck, and I don't want to go. I love you guys. Your service is the best, and Gus is so easy to deal with. This is the worst day of my life.
Sir?
Yeah.
The rebate the dealership is offering? We can match it.
You can?
Mm-hmm. Any rebates or incentives they offer, we offer.
So I can stay with Gus and still save money?
Yes, you can.
Oh, man, can I have a hug?
No, you can't. But I will get you a tissue.
For the best deals on an American Revolution of Chevy cars and trucks, all you have to do is look down. Way down.
Sorry, I almost got emotional there.
Almost?
I was holding back a lot.
Really?
Yeah, I used to coach football.
I see.
Gus Paula's Chevrolet. With Gus, anything is possible.
All right, we go now to the second inning, 2-0 in favor of the Stingers. Alfredo Amezaga was credited with his second triple of the year. It'll be Brian Buchanan to lead things off. The former Buzz star being sent down by San Diego to get some at-bats, as he had only 47 at-bats in 29 games this year for San Diego. First pitch on the way, a strike at the knees, 0-1. He was batting .191. 1 double, 2 homers, 6 runs batted in. He also missed a month with a pulled rib cage muscle. The 0-1 to Buchanan. Down low for a ball, 1-1. Brian in his part of his third season in the San Diego organization. He came over from the Twins in July of 2002 for a minor league infielder. He is the Salt Lake franchise all-time RBI king with 245. Big cut comes up empty on a slider, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count on Buck. With 263 last year in 115 games for the Padres. Outfield, deep and around towards left. Time called. Ryan with that straightaway stance at the plate. Buchek into his windup. No, he's not. He's not quite sure what to do, what's going on here. And so Tom Gregorio goes out to talk to him. A little indecision on what to go with here against Brian Buchanan. He'll be followed by Jake Gautreau and J.J. Fermaniak. 2-0 Stingers here in the top of the second inning. One ball, 2 strikes. Now Buchek delivers. Swinging a foul. Back into the screen, 1-2. Talking with Brian before the game, he seemed to indicate the Padres told him that he'd be here for 10 days to 2 weeks to try to regain his stroke after being idle so long. Now the 1-2. Breaking ball low as Buchanan started after it, but held up in time. The count's even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. His first AAA at bat since he was with the Buzz during that 2000 season. 2-2 pitch on the way. Fastball inside, and that fills the count at 3-2. During that monster season of offense that the Buzz had in 2000, Brian, 27 homers and 103 RBI in just 95 games. 3-2 payoff pitch from Buchek. Swung on, smash towards second. Bobbled off the second hop by Jake Thrower, but he recovers and throws to first for the out. That ball was hit so hard that even though Jake didn't field it cleanly, he had plenty of time to recover and throw out Buchanan at first base. 1 out for Jake Gautreau, the third baseman, batting .314. 6 doubles, 4 homers, 21 runs batted in. Stingers baseball brought to you in part by Taco Maker. Now the first pitch to Gautreau. Fastball strike on the outside corner at the knees, 0-1. Taco Maker Bean Burrito Babies are back. That's 3 lightly fried mini bean burritos, all for just $1.89. Now the wind by Buchek in the 0-1. Swinging a ground ball towards first, scooped up by Casey Kotzman. He'll take it 4 steps to the bag for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down for J.J. Fermaniak, the shortstop, batting .265, 13 doubles, 2 triples, 12 homers, 43 runs batted in. Take that bean burrito baby order and add on some tater chips and a nice cold drink and make it a meal. And of course, the folks at Taco Maker donate $5 to the United Way for every double play turned by the Stingers this year. First pitch to Fermaniak, a slider in at the knees, a strike, 0-1. Stingers have turned 97 double plays, making the total donation so far $485. The 0-1. Fermaniak swings and misses at a breaking ball in the dirt. Tried to hold up his swing, but could not do it. And the count on Fermaniak 0-2. Fermaniak had a huge series the last time the two teams met in Portland. He went 8 for 17. A couple of doubles, a homer, and 5 runs batted in. The 0-2 pitch, strike 3 called as Buchek tips a fastball over the outside corner at the knees. Second strikeout for Chris. And the Beavers are up and down in order in the second inning. After 1.5, it's the Stingers 2, Portland nothing on ESPN 1230.
Oh, there's one for the money, 2 for the show, 1 for you to get ready. Now go, get go to Jake's over the top, baby. Yeah.
Let me tell you about Jake's Over the Top. The name comes from the insane way their monster shakes rises inches above the top of the cup. A mountain of ice cream blended with fresh fruit, nuts, candy, and cookies. Like the strawberry banana shake, the turtle shake, or the yummy yum.
And if you're lonesome tonight,
join me for a burger big enough for the two. It's called a Big Jake Burger. This hunk of bone love is 2 quarter-pound cheeseburgers, topped with 2 slices of cheddar cheese, freshly cooked bacon, ketchup, mayo, mustard, pickles, lettuce, and tomatoes on a sesame seed bun.
Join Jake's Over the Top with over-the-top fun for summer with K-Fan. Come into your local Jake's Over the Top and enter to win weekly prizes. We want you to have the best summer ever. Tickets to Stingers games, Lagoon passes, Cherry Hills passes, concerts, and more. At Jake's, we don't stop at the top.
Thank you very much.
Connected Wireless is growing to better serve you with their new Provo Town Center store. Connected Wireless doesn't just sell one-of-a-kind wireless services like most wireless companies. Connected Wireless is your one-stop wireless source. They'll fix you up with the right plan and the right service from Sprint, AT&T, Verizon, and T-Mobile. Plus, Connected Wireless has all the latest and hard-to-find accessories. Connected Wireless will beat any deal, even internet deals. Call 205-FREE or look in the yellow pages to find one of 7 Connected Wireless locations. Get connected, stay connected with Connected Wireless.
You're listening to Stingers Baseball on the home of the Salt Lake Stingers, ESPN 1230 AM.
Former Portland Beavers, Jake Thrower leading off the bottom of the second inning for the Stingers. He fouls off the first pitch to the right of home plate for a strike, and it's 0-1 to Thrower, batting .278, 19 doubles, 2 triples, 3 homers, 36 runs batted in. The 0-1 pitch cut at and missed. A strike, and it's 0-2. Thrower started the season last year with Portland, played 28 games at .277 before San Diego dealt him to the Montreal organization. Now the 0-2 pitch, thrower, a little bad-handed looper behind the mound. The second baseman Vasquez charges, tries to make the flip to first base, but it squirts out of the back of his hand like a slippery bar of soap. And so throwers aboard here in the second inning. That would have been a tough play to make, even if he had handled it cleanly. So now here's Gary Johnson hitting .237. 11 doubles, 4 triples, 4 homers, 29 runs batted in. Thrower, the runner at first base, given credit for an infield hit. Pitch low and outside, a ball, 1-0. To Gary Johnson. Gary 5 for 24 against the Beavers pitching this year. 1 ball to count. Thrower the lead at first. Here in the bottom of the second inning, 2-0 Stingers as Tankersley deals. Swing and a grounder up the middle. The second baseman Vasquez flips to short for 1 for Maniac's relay and plenty of time for a 4-6-3 double play. And just like that, 2 outs and nobody on here in the Stingers' second. And for Gary Johnson, that is his team-leading 9th ground into double play. Here's Tom Gregorio batting .191. 4 doubles, a triple, 4 homers, 23 runs batted in. First pitch on the way. Gregorio takes a fastball, strike 0-1. Tankersley beat Las Vegas his last time out. That was on July 18th, giving up 4 runs on 8 hits and 7 innings for the win. The 0-1, Gregorio swings and fouls it back into the screen, and so he's quickly in the hole, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes the count. 2-0 Stingers here in the bottom of the second. The outfield pretty much straight away, maybe shaded towards right a bit. Tankersley ready, the 0-2. Gregorio takes a breaking ball outside at the knees, 1-2. Tankersley with a mid-90s fastball, a sinker, a slider, and a changeup. Acquired from the Red Sox by the Padres in June of 2000 for Ed Sprague. The 1-2 pitch to Gregorio, swung on and lined into right field, a base hit. Don going the other way with it and punching it into right field for the 5th Stingers hit of the night. So Gregorio at first with 2 outs. Here's Zach Sorensen, who started the bottom of the first off with a clean single to center. He then scored on the Alfredo Amezaga triple into the right field corner. So 1 on, 2 out for the Stingers here in the bottom of the second. Tankersley's pitch, and it's a little bit low, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Tankersley originally drafted by the Red Sox in the 38th round in '98. Changeup misses outside at the knees, ball 2. 2-0 the count on Zach. Stingers 2, Portland nothing here in the bottom of the second. Tankersley ready. The pitch. Swung on, lined into right field, a base hit. Gregorio will hold at second as the right fielder Robinson fires it back in. Throw gets away, but it's backed up by the shortstop, or rather by the third baseman, Jake Gautreau. 3rd hit of the inning. Stingers now with runners at first and second, 2 out. And the batter will be Alfredo Amezaga, who hit a sharp ground ball into the right field corner for an RBI triple. He then scored on a ground out by Kotzman. So now Amezaga at the plate with 2 on and 2 out. Now the pitch from Tankersley. Changeup misses high and away. Ball 1. Alfredo hitting .262 overall, but he's a .316 hitter this year with runners in scoring position and 2 out as the catcher Hernandez goes out to talk with Tankersley. Alfredo hitting .340 for Salt Lake here in the month of July since being returned from Anaheim. 1 ball, no strikes the count. Now the right-hander ready. The 1-0. Breaking ball, strike at the knees, evens the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. And Amezaga, of course, the other day had a 11-game hitting streak snapped. That was in the second game of the doubleheader on Sunday. 1-1 slider, just misses inside at the knees. 2-1 the count. Tankersley, lifetime, is making his 7th start against Salt Lake. He's won 2 and lost 3 coming in. Now the 2-ball, 1-strike pitch to Amezaga. Fastball paints the outside corner above the knees for a strike 2 and 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The outfield cheating in a bit for Alfredo. 2 and 2 the count on Amezaga. Gregorio on at second, Sorensen on at first, with a couple of 2-out singles that followed the double play. Now Tankersley set the 2-2 to Amezaga. Fastball high and away, ball 3. Fills the count at 3 and 2, and so the runners will automatically be on the move with the pitch with 2 outs. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Now Tankersley ready. The 3-2 payoff pitch. Now the pickoff throw to second base, and Gregorio just gets the right foot in ahead of the tag of Permaniak. Throw had been down a little bit. Tom would have been a goner. But the throw was a little high, and he was able to get that foot in under the tag. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Tankersley ready. There go the runners. The payoff pitch is swung at and missed. A slider, he struck him out. And that retires the side. No runs, 3 hits. 2 runners left on base. After 2 complete, it's the Stingers 2 and Portland nothing on ESPN 1230.
Baseball is full of colors. The Reds, the White Sox, the big green monster. No sport has more to do with color than baseball. The other place color is key is in cars. If your bumper's scratched, dented, or torn, it takes away from its value. That's where Dent Pro Colors comes along. Dent Pro Colors offers on-site service. They have the latest technology in color matching, and they guarantee their work. So call 877-DENT-PRO. That's 877-DENT-PRO. Dent Pro Colors, automotive excellence.
Soldiers, this is what we've been waiting for. Ken Garf of Ogden is moving out their 04 vehicles from 6 different manufacturers. They're clearing out their used cars. And we are not going to stand around with our pinkies up our noses. We're going to Ken Garf of Ogden, and we're going to save some money. Big money. Do you understand?
Yes, sir. It's a clearance sale at Ken Garf of Ogden, and they're blowing out their 04 vehicles with rebates up to $5,000 on select models. Get the best prices of the year on Buick, Pontiac, GMC, and more. But hurry, because there's limited number of 04s available. GMC, we are professional grade.
And remember, Ken Garf of Ogden gives you an additional warranty of the 10 years or 250,000 miles. Let's march into clearance savings. If you want to say some go, Ken Garf of Ogden's the place you go. Ken Garf of Ogden clearance sale. 04 vehicles keep it ahead.
Ken Garf of Ogden at 900 West Riverdale Road backs up every car they sell.
All right, we go to the third inning. 2-0 in favor of the Stingers. And as always, the third inning is brought to you by the Jordan River Par 3. The best place to improve your short game is the Jordan River Par 3. Small groups are welcome with fantastic discounts available. For tee times, call 533-4527 or go online at slc-golf.com. It'll be Ramon Vasquez, Bernie Castro, and Freddie Guzman, the 8-9-1 hitters due up in the Portland batting order to face right-hander Chris Bubchek. Veteran Ramon Vasquez batting .221, 5 doubles, 4 homers, 13 runs batted in. First pitch taking a strike 0-1. Vasquez been around a while. This is his 10th year. He first faced Salt Lake pitching as a member of the Tacoma Rainiers back in 1996. Now the 0-1 pitch. Fastball outside, 1-1. Recently sent down by San Diego. He was struggling, batting just .106, 5 for 47. 1 triple and 3 RBI for the Padres in 27 games. 1-1 pitch on the way. Swinging a chopper off the glove of Bubchek. Deflects to the shortstop, Amezaga, who doesn't have a play. Chris fortunate to get a glove on it, deflecting it over toward short, but no chance to get Vasquez, who's on with his team's second hit of the game. So a runner at first, nobody out for Bernie Castro, the designated hitter, batting .251, 5 doubles, 1 triple, no homers, and 16 runs batted in. It's also time to find out what else is happening under the lights tonight in the PCL as well as Major League Baseball. Brought to you by GE Lighting and the new Reveal light bulb. Check out the Reveal bulb at your locally owned Ace Hardware store. So Vasquez at first with nobody out. Boot check ready. The pitch on the way. Castro chops one toward short. Meziga charges. Flips to second for one. Thrower's relay to first. Bounces in and not in time to get the speedy Castro. But they get the lead runner Vasquez, and that's out number 1. To the top of the order, and Freddie Guzman is struck out swinging his first time up. In the 6th at New Orleans, the Zephyrs and Memphis are 0-0. In the 7th at Oklahoma, Nashville leads the Red Hawks 4-0. Iowa and Colorado Springs were rained out at Sky Sox Stadium. In the 2nd at Edmonton, Tacoma's jumped out to a 2-0 lead on the Trappers. Nothing in yet on Omaha at Albuquerque. Later, Fresno at Tucson and Sacramento at Las Vegas. First pitch fastball in for a strike. 0-1 the count on Guzman. In the American League, in the 9th at Cleveland, the Indians and the Royals are tied at 2-2. Mike Sweeney with his 19th homer of the year, his 3rd in 2 games. Creeping in McPherson at 3rd as the 0-1 from Butchek comes home. Fastball high, 1-1. Castro at first, 12 stolen bases and 17 tries this year. In the 9th at Toronto, the Blue Jays lead Tampa Bay 7-4. Toronto scoring 6 of their 7 runs in the 3rd inning. 1 ball, 1 strike on Guzman, who asks for and receives timeout. Bottom of the 7th at Fenway, the Yankees lead the Red Sox 7-6. Boston with runners at the corners and 2 out in the bottom of the 7th inning. Throw to first, and Castro dives back in safely. After 6.5 at Baltimore, Minnesota leads the Orioles 5-1. Former Buzzman Jock Jones with his 16th home run of the year. For the Twins, bottom of the 6th in Chicago, the White Sox lead the Tigers 6-4. Now Butchek ready from the belt. Again, the turn and the toss to first, a little bit closer, but Castro dives back in safely. Carlos Lee and Juan Uribe homer for Chicago. Carlos Pena and Orlando Infante have gone deep for Detroit. Later on, the Angels at Seattle, Texas at Oakland. Those 2 games set to get underway in about 20-25 minutes from now. Now Butchek ready. The 1-1. Swung on and sliced foul out of play down the left field side. The count's 1-2 on Guzman. In the National League, Montreal batting in the bottom of the 8th. They lead Florida 2-1. Phillies at bat in the bottom of the 9th. They trail the Cubs 5-1. Derek Lee, the red-hot Moises Alou, and Sammy Sosa have all homered for Chicago. They're going to the 9th at Pittsburgh. The Pirates lead Cincinnati 6-3. Milwaukee leads at Houston 5-0 in the 6th. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Guzman as Butchek comes set. The right-hander with a turn of the toss to first again, driving Castro back. For Milwaukee, Scott Podsednik, Keith Ginter, and Ben Grieve have all homered. Dustin Hermanson has a no-hitter through 6 innings as the Giants lead the Cardinals in St. Louis 3-0. Ray Durham with his 9th home run for the Giants, so we'll keep an eye on that game for you. The 1-2, there goes the runner. The pitch is high. Gregorio's throw bounces in and off the glove of thrower. It'll be a stolen base for Castro, his 13th in 18 tries. So the count on Guzman 2-2, and the Beavers have their first runner in scoring position of the night. Braves and Mets were rained out. Starting a little bit later on, Colorado at Arizona, and the first place Dodgers host the second place Padres in the National League West race. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count on Freddie Guzman. Castro the runner at second base. Butchek the glance back in the 2-2 home. Fastball misses high for ball 3. 3-2 the count. Outfield, in and around towards left for Guzman. Buchek stares in, gets Gregorio signed. Tom up with the target for the 3-2 payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Second time that Guzman's gone down swinging. Strikeout number 3 for Buchek. Now with 2 outs and a runner at second, the batter will be Kerry Robinson, retired on a high-bounding comebacker in the first inning. In Hermanson's no-hit bid through 6. He has struck out 5 and walked 1. He has faced the minimum number of batters, I believe. No, 1 over the minimum. He'll face Edgar Renteria, Albert Pujols, and Scott Rowland in the 7th. Runner at second base, 2 outs. First pitch to Kerry Robinson on the way. And it's a little bit low, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Robinson acquired by San Diego from St. Louis late in spring training this year for Brian Hunter. Robinson, a veteran of 365, now 426 games played in the majors with Tampa Bay, Cincinnati, St. Louis, and San Diego. Pitch on the way is chopped towards the hole at short. Backhanded by Amezaga. The turn and the throw to first. Not in time. Great effort by Alfredo, but Robinson had too much speed to beat it out. Some nifty footwork by Kotzman over first to try to get the call, but it wasn't forthcoming. And so Robinson has himself an infield hit. And now runners are at the corners with 2 out for the veteran Ramon Hernandez, who punched a single to right field his first time up. So 2 on, 2 out. Top of the third. Stingers leading Portland 2-0. Now Buchek stares in, gets his sign. Chris Reddy, the right-hander's first pitch to Hernandez. Swing and a foul. Back into the screen, strike 1. Again, Hernandez on rehab from a strained left knee. Set the Oakland A's record back in the 2000 season by catching in 142 games. No balls, 1 strike to count on the right-hand batter. And as time has gone on, his offense has gone up. Toss to first, the runner's back. Last year, 21 homers, 78 runs batted in for Hernandez. No balls, 1 strike to count on the right-hand batter. Now Buchek, the fake to third, the look towards first. Robinson almost caught leaning, but he scrambled back in time. At 21 homers, 78 runs batted in last year for Hernandez. A career best in both categories in the major leagues, as was his .273 batting average. Not counting the .279 he hit in just 40 games in 1999. The 0-1 pitch, low for a ball, 1-1 for Hernandez. First time he's faced Salt Lake since he was a member of the Vancouver Canadians in that team's final season in 1999. Was not with them, though, when they made their postseason run. 1 ball, 1 strike to count on Hernandez. Buchek ready. The right-hander again with a fake to third and the look towards first. One ball, 1 strike to count on Hernandez. 2-0 Stingers here in the top of the third. Now Buchek ready, but Hernandez is not as he steps out. Hernandez spent 4 full seasons with Oakland. All 4 of them playoff years for the A's. The 1-1 pitch, the runner at first. Robinson goes, the throw to second base. Out, and a good throw by Gregorio. Nice catch by thrower who took the toss and had the glove waiting for the sliding foot of Kerry Robinson. That'll be a caught stealing 2-4. So in the inning, no runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 1 runner was left on the base path. We go to the bottom of the third. It's still the Stingers 2 and Portland nothing on ESPN 1230.
Pick up in the front lot.
Trying to improve your credit with the normal car buying experience is like a bomb fell into the common sense factory, and fairness and honesty ended up scattered all over the place.
Welcome to the Mark Marine Minute, your no-nonsense answers to your car buying and credit questions.
My car dealership is focused on all the important details of your credit and car purchase. Co-signing. As much as co-signing sounds second team, co-signing puts you on the first team of obligation to the loan. Co-sign to get better conditions. Co-sign to help build credit. Do not co-sign to increase price and profit. The goal of the co-signer should be get in and get out. Getting pre-approved lets you see the co-signing finish line before your signature starts the race.
Wow. Call Marine Credit Systems now at 467-9980. Marine Credit Systems, 467-9980. 467-9980.
Spring is here, and that means shorter nights. But just because there's more daylight doesn't mean you don't still need better everyday lighting. Your local Ace Hardware stores and GE Lighting can help. GE Lighting has replaced the ordinary incandescent bulb with the new Reveal bulb. Reveal bulbs make colors so crisp, clean, that you truly see the difference. Guaranteed. Reveal bulbs from GE Lighting at your local Ace Hardware. Ace, the helpful place.
Now, back to more Stingers baseball on ESPN 1230 AM.
We go to the bottom of the third inning. Stingers leading Portland by a score of 2-0. It'll be Casey Kotzman, Dallas McPherson, and Curtis Pride due up to face right-hander Dennis Tankersley. It's also time for our Great Clips Junior sportscaster, and joining us is 4-year-old Connor Tate. Connor, how you doing tonight?
Good.
You having a good time so far? Well, let's see if we can get the Stingers to score some runs for you, okay? All right, Casey Kotzman to lead it off, and the first pitch, a check swing changeup over for a strike, and it's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Says here you play for the Sluggers baseball team. You have fun playing for the Sluggers?
Yeah.
What position do you like to play? There's a pitch a little bit low for a ball. 1-1 the count on Casey. You like to pitch, you like to play shortstop, you like to play first base, or you just like to bat? There's a ground ball foul at the first base side, and the count on Kotzman is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Says here you like baseball, but you also like to swim. Now you're 4 years old. How long have you been swimming? For a long time? Kotzman takes outside for a ball, 2-2. Do you like to go swimming? Like to go swimming in a lake, or you like to go swimming in a pool? Where's your favorite place to swim? Here's Kotzman chopping 1 foul off his front foot, 2-2. Where do you like to swim? Where's your favorite place to swim?
At Willow Creek.
Really? That sounds like a lot of fun. Willow Creek, they have a nice pool for you? Says here you also like horses. Have you ridden a horse? Really? Was it a lot of fun? 2 balls, 2 strikes. Now Tankersley ready. The pitch. Swung on and foul back. For those of you listening on the radio, Connor is nodding his head yes. Connor, since we're on the radio, you need to say yes instead of, or no instead of nodding your head so everybody can hear you. Who's here at the park with you tonight?
My dad.
Here's the 2-2 pitch on the way. Kotzman swings, and it's a high pop fly on the infield. First baseman Brian Buchanan in fair territory is there about 10 feet from the bag, and he'll make the catch for round number 1. So Kotzman is retired, 1 away, and that'll bring up Dallas McPherson, the third baseman. He struck out swinging his first time up. Was it a big horse you had a chance to ride? Did the horse have a name?
Yeah.
What was the name of the horse? Do you know? Rocky? That's a good name for a horse. What color was it?
Brown.
A brown horse named Rocky as Dennis Tankersley delivers to McPherson. A fastball outside, ball one. The horse go fast, or was it nice and slow for you? Did it run fast? 1 ball, no strikes the count, and the pitch. Swinging a roller to the right side. Vasquez, the second baseman, handles the knee-high hop and the toss to first for the out. 2 up, 2 down. That'll bring up Curtis Pride, who tripled off the wall in center field his first time up. Again, we're joined by 4-year-old Connor Tate. Connor, is there anybody that's listening to you on the radio right now you want to say hi to? Somebody that we know listening that you want to say hi to? No? You can say hi to anybody you want to. Anybody you want to say hi to at all? Did they give you good seats here tonight? That's good. So 2 out, nobody on. Curtis Pride, the batter, as Tankersley comes set and delivers. Pride takes low and outside for a ball, 1-0. Now, who's your favorite baseball team? Is it the Stingers, or do you have a favorite, another favorite team besides the Sluggers?
The Stingers.
You like the Stingers? Good. Now the 1 ball, no strike count. Pitch to Pride, off speed and over for a strike, and that evens the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Now it says here your favorite food at the ballpark, hot dogs and popcorn. Do you have a hot dog here tonight yet? Or did you have popcorn? Here's a pitch, broken bat, fly ball down the right field line. Gary Robinson near the corner is there, and he makes the catch to retire the side. 3 up and 3 down go the Stingers in the third. No runs, no hits. No errors, nobody left. Connor, thanks for being with us tonight. You have fun tonight, okay? All right, at the end of 3, it's the Stingers 2, Portland nothing on ESPN 1230.
If you need car insurance, your local Geico Direct insurance professional is here for you. There are definite advantages to having a local insurance representative. You can't beat the service, and it's nice to know a real-life person is around to answer your questions. That's why Geico Direct has a local office in Layton, staffed with professionals who know the insurance business just as well as they know the neighborhood. Call your Geico professional today. No matter what you need, you can be sure it will be well done. Call 298-9336. That's 298-9336, right here in Layton.
National Auto Plaza at 108 South and State, where the used car disposal is happening through this weekend only.
Warning.
The following advertisement contains explicit savings, disgusting low prices, and unheard of terms. Announcing National Auto Plaza's urgent used car disposal. Utah's low price leader is seriously overstocked and needs to sell 300 vehicles by Tuesday, July 27th. Our loss is your gain. Shop from an incredible selection of coupes, mid-sized trucks, economy pickups, 4x4s, extended cabs, sport utilities, family vans, and more. Best of all, they're priced way, and I mean way below market value. In fact, you could save up to $3,500. Unsold vehicles will be shipped off to auction on Tuesday, July 27th. So, I suggest you head down to National Auto Plaza at 108 South and State and save thousands today. Easy to find at 108 South and State. Enter at the giant American flag.
KJQS Murray, Salt Lake City. You all go on Bliss is the ESPN Radio AM 12. Bliss' worldwide leader in sports. A Citadel Broadcasting Station.
All right, we go to the 4th inning. 2-0 in favor of the Stingers. Ramon Hernandez, John Knott, and Brian Buchanan due up to face right-hander Chris Butchek, who has a 2-0 lead. Hernandez was at the plate when Kerry Robinson was thrown out, trying to steal to end the 3rd inning, and Butchek delivers a strike. Inside corner above the belt, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike to count. Now the pitch. Swing and a chopper. Third base side of the mound. Bare hand pickup by Butchek to throw to first in time for the out. Chris pounced on that one in a hurry and made the play look easy for out number 1. That'll bring up John Knott, who grounded out the short his first time up. Well, Dustin Hermanson's no-hitter is over with 1 out of the 7th. Albert Pujols broke it up with a home run. It's 6-1 San Francisco over St. Louis. So 1 out, nobody on. Now Butchek ready to pitch. Swing and a miss to the slider. A strike and it's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. And Portland lost one of their key components the other night, Tag Bozade, on a very bizarre play. No balls, 1 strike the count on not the pitch. Low and inside a ball, 1-1 against Tacoma. Bozade hit a grand slam home run in the bottom of the ninth to give the Beavers an 8-5 win. And he decided to jump on home plate. As he pushed off, he dislocated his kneecap. 1-1 pitch on the way inside, and that one hit not on the left arm. So for Buchek, that is his 3rd hit batter of the year, and the Beavers have a runner at first with 1 out. Not hit by a pitch for his team-leading 6th time. The pain was so great that he blacked out at home plate. He is out for the year, but the injury, as serious as it is, not as bad as once thought. He should be ready to go by the time spring training rolls around in March, as there's a strike at the knees to Buchanan. 0-1. Ryan bounced out to the second baseman, Jake Thrower, his first time up. No balls, 1 strike the count. Buchek ready, and the pitch. Buchanan takes a fastball inside at the belt. 1-1. Time now for a look at this date in baseball history. Brought to you by Stedman's Recreation in Tooele. Just 20 minutes from the ballpark. Visit Stedman's, where you deal with the owner, not a salesman. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. Buchek ready, the pitch. Low and outside, a breaking ball. 2-1 the count on Buchanan. On this date in 2002, Nomar Garciaparra celebrated his birthday with 3 homers and 8 RBI in a Red Sox 22-4 rout of the Devil Rays. 2-1 the count on Buchanan. Not a short lead at first. The pitch from Buchek. Buchanan takes a little bit low. 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike the count. Infield, double play depth. Now Buchek from the stretch, the 3-1 delivery. Swing and a foul. Back into the screen. Buchanan with a big rip. On this date in 1996 at the Astrodome, San Diego's Rob Deere launches one of the highest balls ever hit, striking a cable holding up a loudspeaker. It's declared a dead ball. Padres win it anyway by a score of 7-4. 3 balls, 2 strikes on Buchanan. Not the runner at first base. Not on the move. And the pitch is a breaking ball low. He walked him. So a hit batter and a base on balls gives the Beavers runners at first and second with 1 out. That'll bring up Jake Cotro, who grounded out to first his initial time up. .308 was the magic number on this date in 1991. As Nolan Ryan for the Rangers notches his 308th career win, Goose Gossage gets the save, the 308th of his career. 2 on, 1 out for the Beavers here in the 4th. Buchek's pitch, and it's high, ball 1. All of a sudden, Chris struggling with his control, and now Tom Gregorio goes out to the mound to pay a visit. And an incident often talked about on the Dan Patrick Show between 11 and 2. On 1320 KFAN, it was on this date that Cincinnati pitcher Rob Dibble throws a ball. Cub outfielder Doug DeCenzo as DeCenzo runs to first base. Dibble fined by the league office, but not suspended for that incident. One ball to count on Gautreau, the pitch. Fastball pinks the outside corner above the knees for a strike, and that evens the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Runner at second, not. Buchanan at first with 1 out. The infield at double play depth. As Buchek delivers the 1-1 to Gautreau. Swinging a foul. Third base side of home plate over the roof, and it's 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. At Wrigley Field on this date in 1979, the Reds and Cubs complete a suspended game from May 10th. The game suspended because the Cubs had to catch a flight That was back in 1979 before teams chartered and flew commercially, like the Stingers do here at AAA. The 1-2 pitch to Gautreaux, swinging a ground foul back into the right of home plate. It's still 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2-0 Stingers here in the fourth. But the Beavers are threatening with runners at first and second base. And only 1 out. On this date in 1970, the Cubs' Milt Pappas shuts out Cincinnati 1-0, the only time the Reds were shut out all year. Now Buchek ready, the 1-2. Breaking ball low and inside, snap throw to first, and it's behind Kotzman down the right field line. Knott will go to third, and Buchanan into second. The throw to second, thrown all the way into the bullpen and left, and that will allow Buchanan to get up and go to third and not to score. Ball being thrown all over the place. 2 errors on that play. And it's a 2-1 ball game. The errant pickoff throw by Gregorio, and then the throwing error by Gordon, trying to get Buchanan at second base. So a runner at third, 1 out. 1-2, the count on Gautreaux. It's a 2-1 ball game. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss at a curveball. He struck him out, and that's the 4th strikeout for Buchek, and there's 2 down here in the fourth. That'll bring up J.J. Permaniak, who was called out on strikes. So a runner at third, 2 out. A 2-1 ball game in favor of the Stingers. For the time being, it's an unearned run. That could change depending on what Permaniak does. Buchek from the belt ready with a tying run at third, 2 out. The pitch. Fastball strike on the inside corner at the belt, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. 2-1 ball game. 2 errors on 1 play. Now Buchek ready, the 1-strike pitch. Permaniak takes low for a ball, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Buchanan, the tying run at third with 2 out. Now Buchek ready. The pitch. Swinging a chopper toward short, charging in and over to his left. Meziga has it. Throws on the run in plenty of time to get Permaniak, and that retires the side. Beavers score a run on a hit batter, a walk, and 2 throwing errors. No hits, the 2 errors, and 1 runner left. We go to the bottom of the fourth. It's the Stingers 2, it's Portland 1 on ESPN 1230.
Ogden Subaru's big summer inventory sell-down is now underway. During this big clearance, Ogden Subaru is offering discounts and savings up to $6,500 on remaining 04 models. To help introduce our award-winning new 05 models, Ogden Subaru is offering a special 39-month lease with a payment of only $269 per month on new 05 Outbacks. Payments on new Legacy sedans are set at $249 per month and only $199 per month on 05 Impreza RSs. To participate in these huge savings, all we need is your good credit and $3,000 in trade equity for cap reduction and upfront fees. As an extra bonus, during this big sale, Ogden Subaru pays your sales tax. These are new 05 Subarus, driven by what's inside. After 23 years in business, Ogden Subaru is undisputed the #1 dealer in customer satisfaction in northern Utah. Our low guaranteed prices are absolutely unbeatable. Don't miss this big summer sell-down. Be sure to shop Ogden Subaru before you buy. 3377 Wall Avenue.
Starting for your locally owned grocery store, Andy Goodwill.
Regarded as the top customer service clerk in the country, Andy Goodwill is a first-team all-star selection as a provider of only the best service to shoppers at any of the associated food stores, including Acres, Peterson's, Macy's, and others across the Wasatch Front. As region MVP, Goodwill set records for happy customers, satisfied shoppers, and stunning smiles. Goodwill chose Associated Food Stores because of its commitment to customer service and the impressive reputation of Western Family Products. For your family, only the best.
You're listening to Stingers Baseball on the home of the Salt Lake Stingers, ESPN 1230 AM.
we go to the bottom of the fourth inning. Brian Gordon leading things off. He takes a strike, 0-1. Brian called out on strikes his first time up. A 2-1 ball game as the Beavers get an unearned run in the top of the fourth. No balls, 1 strike the count as Tankersley deals. Swung on, lined into right field, a base hit. So Brian Gordon aboard with a leadoff single, hit number 7 for the Stingers. That'll bring up Jake Thrower, who reached on an infield single his first time up. Stingers with a 2-1 lead. Stingers baseball brought to you in part by Dent Pro and Dent Pro Colors of Salt Lake, the mobile paintless dent repair company that comes to your home or office to work on your car. Call them today at 1-877-DENT-PRO. Thrower shows bunt, takes low and outside, ball 1. Dent Pro and Dent Pro Colors, they make them like new again. And Dent Pro will donate $5 to the Boys and Girls Clubs of Utah for every stolen base by the Stingers this season. They've swiped 69 bases, making the total donation so far at $345. Now the pitch, Thrower swinging away, pops it up foul behind home plate to the left. Hernandez called up with the third baseman Gautreau coming down the line, and he'll make the catch in foul ground for out number 1. So Thrower retired, 1 away. That'll bring up Gary Johnson, the DH. Gary grounded into a 4-6-3 double play his first time up. So 1 on, 1 out. The Stingers here in the fourth. Gordon with a lead at first base. He's 4 out of 6 in steals. There he goes. The pitch is chopped to the right side and into right field. A base hit. Oh, Gordon stops now, starts again, and goes to third as the right fielder Robinson lobs it into second. He was deep tapped with the shortstop Maniac momentarily. Maniac acting like the ball was coming his way, so Gordon stopped at second, and then finally he relocated the ball. It came on to third. So the Stingers have runners at the corners with 1 out. That'll bring up Tom Gregorio. Punched a single into right field his first time up. So runners at first and third, 1 out for Salt Lake here in the fourth. They have 8 hits in the game, but just 2 runs, and they had the 2 runs on the board after the first 3 batters. The infield for Portland, a double play depth. Tankersley ready, the pitch to Gregorio. Into the dirt, a breaking ball, good stop by Hernandez, going across to his right. Kept the slider from moving on back to the screen and scoring. Gordon from third base. 1 ball, no strikes the count on Gregorio, with Gordon at third, Johnson at first. The outfield shaded towards right for Tom as Tankersley delivers. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Tankersley, the Padres minor league pitcher of the year in 2001. Has struggled when he's gotten the call. He is 1-8 lifetime in the big leagues, 0-3 this year. Now Tankersley ready. The 1-1 pitch to Gregorio. Swing and a miss, 1-2. His only win made him the first pitcher in Padre history to get a win and his first major league home run in the same game. That came May 26th of 2002 at Milwaukee. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count on Tom with Zach Sorensen on deck. Now the pitch. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center field. Guzman coming in and over. He'll make the catch. Gordon will tag at third. Here comes the throw. It'll be cut off in front of the mound by Brian Buchanan. It's a sacrifice fly and a run batted in for Tom Gregorio. And the Stingers are back out in front by 2 at 3-1. Gregorio's 24th run batted in on the season, and that for Tom was his 3rd sacrifice fly. Now they're going to appeal that Gordon left early, but time was called first. But they are going to appeal. As Sorensen stands in, he's 2 for 2 with a pair of singles. Tankersley will step off and then flip over to third, and home plate umpire Steve Cox said no, that Gordon left after the ball was caught. So it's a 3-1 Stingers lead now here in the bottom of the fourth. Sorensen, as we mentioned, 2 for 2. The pitch swung on and lifted in the air towards right. Gary Robinson going back, still going back to the wall. He reaches out and makes the catch to retire the side as Sorensen came close to his first Stingers home run, but just a little bit too much ballpark there. 1 run, though, 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left. After 4 complete, it's the Stingers 3 and the Beavers 1 on ESPN 1230.
If you need to lose 15, 20, even 50 pounds or more, then you need the powerful one-day diet, an amazing breakthrough that guarantees rapid weight loss without giving up your favorite foods, counting calories, or taking dangerous diet pills.
I'm Linda. I lost 10 pounds in 7 days. I was skeptical at first, but it's simple, easy, and it really works.
Hi, my name is Kelly. I lost 21 pounds in 37 days and 10 inches off my waist on the one-day diet. I couldn't believe it.
There now exists a bioactive weight loss compound so powerful, so effective, that it boosts your metabolism, burns stored fat, and helps you lose weight fast. The one-day diet is much too powerful for people that need to lose less than 15 pounds.
Hi, my name is Anna. I lost 27 pounds in 45 days. I've never tried anything like this. It's truly amazing.
Call now for your risk-free starter pack at 1-800-626-5182. One-day diet is 100% safe, natural, and guaranteed. Call toll-free 1-800-626-5182. That's 1-800-626-5182.
So, when's the last time you got a bonus? Well, now you can get $2,000 in bonus bucks when you buy a 2003 Honda VTX 1800 motorcycle. Yeah, use your bonus bucks on any accessories, on riding gear, or even a down payment. You can also take advantage of great low financing. So head on down to Stedman's Recreation at 916 North Main in Tooele today for your bonus bucks, and you can cruise the boulevard in style. Bonus bucks offer good through August 31st, 2004. Other restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
All right, we head to the fifth. Chris Butchek and the Stingers back ahead by a pair of runs now at 3-1. It'll be Ramon Vasquez, Bernie Castro, and Freddie Guzman, the 8, 9, and 1 hitters, to face the right-hander Butchek. Our fifth inning, middle of the game reset of the Stingers' defensive alignment, courtesy of the Phone Directories Company. Cover your bases using the phone book with the beautiful cover. Or you can look up what you need at myphonedirectory.com. Curtis Pride, Zach Sorensen, Brian Gordon in left, center, and right. Dallas McPherson at third. Alfredo Amezaga at short. Jake Thrower at second. Casey Kotzman at first. The battery of Chris Butchek pitching and Tom Gregorio catching. Showing bunt on a fastball. Vasquez pulls it back and takes a strike in the inside corner at the knees. 0-1. Vasquez with an infield single his first time up. No balls, 1 strike. The cornermen, McPherson and Kotzman pinching in. Now Casey drops back at first. The 0-1. Change up strike on the outside corner at the knees. 0-2. Mariners today release first baseman John Olerud, who is hitting just .245 with 5 homers and 22 runs batted in. They tried to trade Olerud in a $7.7 million contract, but had no takers. There's a breaking ball in the dirt. 1-2 the count on Vasquez. Olerud, American League batting champ in 1993 with the Blue Jays. He is now free to sign with anyone in Major League Baseball. Now the 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball inside. 2-2 the count on Vasquez. Left-hand batter who came over from Seattle in the trade with Tom Lampkin and Brett Tomko for 3 players. Back in December of 01, 2-2 to Vasquez. Swing and a miss. He struck him out on a pitch down and in. That is strikeout number 5, 1 per inning for Chris Butchek. That'll bring up Bernie Castro, reached on a fielder's choice his first time up. So 1 out, nobody on base. Now the pitch down the middle at the knees for a strike, and it's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike the count. Outfield around towards left. The pitch. Bunt attempt is missed by Castro as he runs up the first base side of the count. 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes. 3 runs, 8 hits, 2 errors for the Stingers. 1 run, 3 hits, and no errors for Portland. Now Butchek into his windup, the 0-2. Swinging a bouncer foul behind home plate. 0-2 the count. Stingers with 2 in the first, 1 in the fourth. Portland scoring an unearned run in the fourth. Mets outfielder Shane Spencer's been put on the disabled list for doing something what he describes as stupid. 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and a pitch in the dirt, but the ball gets away from Tom Gregorio, and Castro will reach first base on what will likely be a wild pitch. Strikeout number 6 of the game for Butchek. That'll be his 5th wild pitch of the season. That'll bring up Freddie Guzman, who's been up twice, and he has struck out twice. Apparently Spencer was put on the disabled list as he was wearing sandals when he stepped on some glass on a barroom floor, causing a cut on his right heel that required 5 stitches. The toss to first, and the runner is back. He said it's frustrating. You don't want to go on the disabled list for something stupid. It doesn't hurt or anything. It's just a big gash. Castro at first, 1 out. McPherson in at third. Now Butchek ready to pitch. Now Chris delivers, bounces in, and blocked by Gregorio to his left. Ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes the count. Stingers leading 3-1 here in the top half of the 5th. Trying to snap this 8-game losing streak. Longest in franchise history. 1 ball, no strikes. Now Butchek ready to turn in the toss to first, and Castro dives back in safely. And tomorrow night, big July 24th Pioneer Day celebration here at the ballpark. Corey Lee will get the start, making his Stingers debut against right-hander Brian Sweeney. There's a fastball outside of the knees, ball 2. 2-0 the count on Guzman. Guzman, great speed, number 3 prospect in the Padres organization, according to Baseball America. Now Butchek ready, the 2-0 pitch to Guzman. Low, ball 3. 3-0 the count. A wide one here would put the tying run on base. Last 9 games, Guzman has scored 14 runs. Amazing. 31 stolen bases for Guzman in just 48 PCL games this year. 3-0 pitch, a fastball high. He walked him. Second walk issued by Chris, and now runners are at first and second base with 1 out. Here's Kerry Robinson. Robinson 1 for 2 with an infield single his last time up, but he was thrown out trying to steal. The infield single, however, extends his hitting streak to 12 games, all 12 that he has played in a Portland uniform since being sent down from San Diego. 2 on, 1 out the pitch. And it's a fastball strike, held high on the outside corner, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. First game with Portland on July 7th. He stole 3 bases. Robinson was hitting .280 with the Padres this year. Now Butchek ready, the 0-1. Swung on, lifted in the air towards left. Curtis Pride drifting back, now waiting for it about 10 feet in front of the track. He'll make the catch for out number 2. So Robinson flies out. That'll bring up Ramon Hernandez, who's 1 for 2. Retired on a comebacker to Butchek his last time up. So 2 away. Here in the top half of the 5th. So Hernandez standing in waiting. 2000 American League All-Star catcher, went 0 for 1 in the All-Star game that year. First pitch to Hernandez, swung on and drilled to center field, a base hit. Played on the hop by Sorensen, turning the corner at third. Castro comes in to score. On to third base goes Guzman, and it's a 3-2 ball game. It's still an earned run, but the wild pitch on the strikeout, allowing the Beavers to get at least one here in the fifth. So now, runners at first and third, 2 out. It's a 1-run game again at 3-2, and the batter is John Knott. 0 for 1. He was hit by a pitch and scored the first Portland run back in the 4th inning. So the Beavers now, with the tying run at third and 2 out, the lead run over at first. Two on, 2 out here in the 5th. Stingers lead 3-2 now. Buchek ready, and the pitch to Knott. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball, strike 1. The RBI for Hernandez. His 5th run batted in 6 games on his rehab assignment for the Beavers. No balls, 1 strike. Now Buchek from the stretch ready. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a foul back to the screen, and it's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Oh, and 2 the count on Knott. Buchek trying to get out of the inning without any further damage being done. Chris ready, the 2-strike pitch to Knott. Swing and a miss at a high fastball. He struck him out, and that retires the side. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, 2 runners left on base. 7 strikeouts in the ball game now for Buchek. At the halfway point of this scheduled 9-rounder, it's now the Stingers 3, Portland 2 on ESPN 1230.
You asked for it. Now at Upper Limit Fitness, we're pleased to announce that our new clearance zone is in all 3 of our stores. The Upper Limit Clearance Zone is a store within a store, bursting at the seams with fantastic savings on new and used quality fitness equipment. You'll discover unbelievable savings on strength equipment, treadmills, bikes, free weights, and gyms. You'll find reconditioned exercise equipment with factory warranty, special deals on benches and bikes, dumbbell racks up to 70% off, Olympic 300-pound sets with base and weights as low as $119, with weight plates for under 30 cents a pound. Our clearance zone is a great place to save on quality fitness equipment, new and used, demos and odds and ends. Check out the great deals on top quality treadmills, bikes, home gyms, and free weights, all at huge clearance zone discounts. Come into any Upper Limit location and look for the clearance zone sign and get ready to save. Upper Limit Fitness, 815 West 2400 South in Salt Lake, 1345 South State in Orem, and at the corner of Antelope and Hillfield Road in Layton.
Baseball is full of colors. The Reds, the White Sox, the big green monster. No sport has more to do with color than baseball. The other place color is key is in cars. If your bumper's scratched, dented, or torn, it takes away from its value. That's where Dent Pro Colors comes along. Dent Pro Colors offers on-site service. They have the latest technology in color matching, and they guarantee their work. So call 877-DENT-PRO. That's 877-DENT-PRO. Dent Pro Colors, automotive excellence.
Now, back to more Stingers baseball on ESPN 1230 AM.
All right, we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. It's now a 1-run game again. The Stingers out in front 3-2. It'll be Alfredo Amezaga, Casey Kotzman, and Dallas McPherson, the 2, 3, and 4 hitters to face right-hander Dennis Tankersley. Our 5th inning, middle of the game reset of the Portland defensive alignment, courtesy of the Phone Directories Company. John Knott in left, Freddie Guzman in center, Kerry Robinson in right. Jake Cotro at third, J.J. Permaniak at short, Ramon Vasquez at second, and Brian Buchanan at first. A battery of Dennis Tankersley pitching, Ramon Hernandez catching as Amezaga pulls one down the right field line, but it hooks foul near the 3:15 mark for strike 1. Amezaga tripled in a run and scored in the first, struck out swinging in the second. 3 runs, 8 hits, 2 errors for the Stingers. 2 runs, 4 hits, and no errors for Portland. One of the 2 Portland runs unearned. Neither run should have scored. The 0-1 pitch. Amezaga lifts it in the air towards left center. The speedy Freddie Guzman, the center fielder, over and under, and he's there to make the catch for out number 1. So 1 away. That'll bring up Casey Kotzman. 0 for 2 with a run batted in on a ground out in the first inning. A 1 out, nobody on base for the Stingers here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Oh, 1 out, bases empty. Tankersley's pitch. Swung on and pulled deep but foul down the right field side. Right size, wrong shape, and it's 0-1. Time now to look ahead at the Stingers schedule, brought to you by University of Utah Football. The 0-1 pitch to Kotzman first. Low with a fastball, 1-1. The defending Mountain West Conference and Liberty Bowl champions play 6 home games, starting with Texas A&M and finishing with BYU. The 1-1 to Kotzman. Inside, a fastball at the belt, 2-1 the count. Season tickets are now available at 581-UTICS or online at UtahUtes.com. U of U football, you ain't seen nothing yet. 2 balls and a strike the count on Kotzman as Tankersley deals. Slack foul into the upper deck, third base side, 2-2 the count. Tomorrow night at 7, Pioneer Day, it'll be Corey Lee making his Stingers debut, a left-hander against right-hander Brian Sweeney. Sunday afternoon at 2, Steve Green faces right-hander Justin Germano. Now Tankersley, the 2-2. Swinging a ground ball to the right side. Vasquez takes it off the shoulder-high second hop and makes the underhand toss to first for the out. 2 up, 2 down. That'll bring up Dallas McPherson, who was struck out and grounded out in 2 plate appearances. Series concludes on Monday. Jason Middlebrook, the former Beaver for the Stingers, against left-hander Sterling Hitchcock on a rehab assignment for Portland. Then the Stingers head to Nashville for 4 and Memphis for 4. 2 outs, nobody on. The pitch. McPherson takes a fastball high, ball 1. 1-0 the count. And as Tankersley into his windup for the 1-0. Swing and a high, towering fly, center field. Guzman backpedaling to the edge of the warning track, onto the track, get in front of the wall, makes the catch. About 415 feet from home plate to retire the side. 3 up and 3 down go the Stingers in the 5th. We'll head to the 6th. It's Salt Lake 3, Portland 2 on ESPN 1230.
Home equity loans are easy to get at Mountain America Credit Union. Easier, perhaps, than deciding what to do with the money.
We could get a deck and a hot tub.
Remodel the bathroom and a jetted tub.
Once you make up your mind, you'll pay no appraisal fees, no origination fees, no closing costs, and no annual fees at Mountain America.
A snowmobile.
Try a snow blower.
While you're deciding what to do with the money, call or visit Mountain America Credit Union or log on to mtnamerica.org.
How about a widescreen TV?
How about storm windows with screens?
At Mountain America Credit Union, we make getting home equity loans easy. So get approved.
An ATV.
A riding lawnmower.
Unfortunately, we're no help at all when it comes to deciding what to do with the money.
Oh, come on, lighten up. Okay, let's get a fishing boat.
Oh, you want water? We'll take a cruise.
Mountain America Credit Union, member NCUA and equal opportunity lender.
Golf pros agree. To lower your score, improve your short game. The best course for that is the Jordan River Par 3, located at 1200 North Redwood Road. The Jordan River Par 3 golf course is just minutes from downtown and playable in about an hour. It's the best place to develop your short iron, chipping, and putting skills. And it's just $6 for 9 holes. It's the best golf value around. Small groups and church outings are welcome with fantastic group discounts available. For tee times, call 533-4527. That's 533-4527 or visit slc-golf.com.
All right, we go to the 6th inning. It's a 1-run ball game. The Stingers out in front by a score of 3-2. It'll be Brian Buchanan, Jake Cotro, and J.J. Permaniak. The 5, 6, and 7 hitters due up in the Portland batting order to face right-hander Chris Buchek. Buchanan is grounded to second and walked in his return to Salt Lake. For the first time since 2000, Buchanan played parts of 3 seasons as a member of the Buzz, hit .289. And again, the all-time leader with 245 runs batted in. They'll lead things off here in the 6th. Now Buchek ready to go. The first pitch. Buchanan takes a breaking ball over for a strike, 0-1. It's also time to find out what else is happening under the lights tonight in the PCL and Major League Baseball. Brought to you by GE Lighting, and the new Reveal light bulb. The 0-1 pitch to Buchanan, swinging a foul back to the screen, 0-2. You can find the Reveal bulb at your locally owned Ace Hardware store. In the Pacific Coast League, they're going to the 9th at New Orleans. Zephyrs leading Memphis 4-0 as New Orleans scored all 4 of their runs in the 7th. In the 9th at Oklahoma, the Redhawks trail Nashville 4-0. Iowa at Colorado Springs rained out. The 0-2 pitch, low and outside, 1-2 the count. Must be having weather problems in Albuquerque as well. Nothing in on that game as of yet. Tacoma and Edmonton tied 2-2 going to the 5th at Telus Field. Fresno at Tucson tied 1-1 in the 2nd. In the 2nd at Las Vegas, Sacramento leads the 51s 2-0. The 1-2 to Buchanan, a fastball high, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. Get to the American League scores in a moment as Buchek delivers the 2-2 to Buchanan. Started after it, held up as the slider missed outside, ball 3. 3-2 the count. Baltimore batting in the bottom of the 9th, trailing Minnesota 7-3. A couple of former Buzz have hit home runs in that game. Jock Jones is 16th, Corey Koski is 14th. 3-2 payoff pitch, swing and a miss. Buchanan out in front of a changeup. He struck him out. That is 8 strikeouts now for Chris Buchek in the ball game. That equals his season high. He struck out 8 in 7 shutout innings at Tucson on June 29th. That'll bring up Jake Cotros, grounded to first and struck out swinging. Anaheim and Seattle 1-1 with the Mariners batting in the bottom of the 2nd. First pitch to Gotro, swinging a ground ball foul through the coach's box at first, scooped up by Netman, who's back from Sacramento. I don't think he caught one foul ball there. After 2 in Oakland, the A's and the Rangers are scoreless. The Yankees get a run in the 9th to beat the Red Sox 8-7 at Fenway. In 11 innings at Cleveland, the Indians beat Kansas City 3-2. At Toronto, the Blue Jays score 6 in the 3rd. They beat Tampa Bay 7-4. And the White Sox beat the Tigers 6-4 in Chicago. Esteban Loaiza the winner, now 9-5. Over in the National League, they're in the bottom of the 7th at Houston. The Astros and the Brewers are tied at 6. Houston once trailed in that ball game 5-0. 0-1 the count on Grotro as Buchek deals. Swing, a little dribbler up the third base side. Chris quickly off the mound, gloves it, sets and throws to first low, but dug out by Kotzman for the out. Nicely done by both ends of that play. Buchek getting off the mound in a hurry to get there, and then the good scoop onto the dirt by Kotzman at first. That'll bring up J.J. Permaniak, called out on strikes in the 2nd, grounded out to short in the 4th. Cardinals batting in the bottom of the 9th, trailing the Giants 7-2. Barry Bonds with his 25th home run for San Francisco. They're in the 3rd at Phoenix, no score. Rockies and Diamondbacks. Padres lead the Dodgers 1-0 in the 2nd on Sean Burrow's 2nd home run of the season. There's a breaking ball low, ball 1 to Permaniak. Padres win. They're only a game and a half out in the National League West. Now the 1-ball pitch to Permaniak. Low for a ball, 2-0. Montreal held on to beat the Marlins 2-1. Armas over Penny. Cubs beat the Phillies 5-1. Kerry Wood getting the win for Chicago. Derek Lee, Moises Alou, and Sammy Sosa all homer for the Cubs. 2-0 pitch. Permaniak swings it. It's a chopper foul in between the coach's box and the bag at 3rd. The count's 2-1. Pirates 6, Reds 3, a final in Pittsburgh. And the Braves and the Mets were rained out at Shea. Here it's a 3-2 ball game. Stingers leading with 2 outs in the top of the 6th. Now Buchek ready, the 2-1. Swing and a miss, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. Outfield around towards left for Maniac. Now Buchek ready, the pitch. Check swing, chopper, foul outside the bag at first. 2-2. Maniac started professionally in 2000. Scored 72 runs for Idaho Falls as he was the Pioneer League's all-star shortstop. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 3-2 Stingers over the Beavers here in the 6th. Buchek's pitch. Swung on and ripped up the alley in right center field. Sorensen a long run, stretches out, can't get it. And it gets by him and goes to the wall for Maniac around second. On his way to third, and he'll be held up there by Colbert with a triple. Again, Sorensen making the diving effort, but unable to knock it down. That'll be the 3rd triple of the year for Maniac. And now the Beavers have the tying run at third with 2 out. The batter will be Ramon Vasquez, who's reached on an infield single and struck out swinging. The triple for Maniac, the 5th hit of the ball game for Portland. So after easily retiring the first 2 batters, Buchek faced with a key situation here to try to protect that 1-run lead. Buchek ready, the pitch to Vasquez. Fastball in tight at the belt, ball 1. 1-0 the count. Again, Buchek, last time around, on the 18th, he gave up 6 runs on 11 hits in 4 innings to Edmonton. 1 ball, no strikes, the pitch to Vasquez. Strike in at the knees, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Buchek trying to move ahead of the league for the first time this year. He's 6-6. He was 3-3, alternating loss, win, loss, win, loss, win. Pitch to Vasquez, swing and a miss, 1-2. Then he lost 3 in a row to go to 3-6, but has won his last 3 decisions to square up his record. And again, a pair of no decisions in his last 2 outings. So 1 ball, 2 strikes the count on Vasquez. A couple of years ago, in 2002, he was the first rookie to be in the opening day lineup for the Padres since first baseman Dave Staton in 1994. Now Buchek ready, the 1-2 to Vasquez. Low and outside, a ball, 2-2. Activity has begun in the Stingers bullpen. Two balls, 2 strikes. Scott Dunn is up for the Stingers. The 2-2. Swinging a ground ball, sharply hit, but scooped up by Kotzman to his right. The underhand lead toss to Buchek for the out. And that retires the side. No runs, 1 hit, and a runner left stranded at third. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Stingers 3, Portland 2 on ESPN 1230.
Soldiers, this is what we've been waiting for. Ken Garf of Ogden is moving out their 04 vehicles from 6 different manufacturers. They're clearing out their used cars. And we are not going to stand around with our pinkies up our noses. We're going to Ken Garf of Ogden, and we're going to save some money. Big money. Do you understand?
Yes, sir. It's the clearance sale at Ken Garf of Ogden, and they're blowing out their 04 vehicles with rebates up to $5,000 on select models. Get the best prices of the year on Buick, Pontiac, GMC, and more. But hurry, because there's limited number of 04s available. GMC, we are professional grade.
And remember, Ken Garf of Ogden gives you an additional warranty up to 10 years or 250,000 miles. Let's march into clearance savings. If you want to save some dough, Ken Garf of Ogden's the place to go. Ken Garf of Ogden clearance sale, 04 4 vehicle keepers.
Ken Garf of Ogden at 900 West Riverdale Road backs up every car they sell.
Starting for your locally owned grocery store, Andy Goodwill.
Regarded as the top customer service clerk in the country, Andy Goodwill is a first-team all-star selection as a provider of only the best service to shoppers at any of the associated food stores, including Acres, Peterson's, Macy's, and others across the Wasatch Front. As region MVP, Goodwill set records for happy customers, satisfied shoppers, and stunning smiles. Goodwill chose associated food stores because of its commitment to customer service and the impressive reputation of Western Family Products. For your family, only the best.
All right, we go to the bottom of the sixth inning. Stingers leading by a run at 3-2. It'll be Curtis Pride, Brian Gordon, and Jake Thrower. The 5, 6, and 7 hitters due up in the Salt Lake batting order to face right-hander Dennis Tankersley. Pride tripled to the wall in center in the first and flied out to right in the third. So Pride leading things off against Tankersley. The pitch. Curtis chucks his swing on a breaking ball. He went around, says home plate umpire Steve Cox for strike one. No balls, 1 strike the count. Stinger could use a Geico insurance run here. First time the Stingers extend their lead after the 5th inning of a game. That's the Geico insurance run. No balls, 1 strike the count on Pride. The pitch. Inside at the knees, 1-1. Rex Olson, your local Geico rep, will donate $10 to the Air Force Fund for every Geico insurance run of the game this year. There have been 27 so far this season, making the total donation $270. Now the 1-1. Pride chops one to the right side. The pitcher Tankersley off the mound has it. Flips to first for out number 1. Tankersley had to come over to the line to get that one, but got there quickly enough to make it an easy play for the first out. That'll bring up Brian Gordon, who singled and scored in the 4th inning. Delivered a line drive single to right, moved to third on a single to right by Gary Johnson, and scored on Tom Gregorio's sacrifice fly. Scott Dunn still up in the bullpen, so it's likely we'll see him come on to start the 7th inning. Now the wind by Tankersley, the pitch to Gordon. Swinging a high, towering fly ball center field. Guzman drifting back, but he's got plenty of room now waiting for it. He'll make the catch for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down. That's 7 in a row retired by Tankersley. Sean Figgins has just homered for the Angels, his 3rd of the year. They lead at Seattle now 2-1. Anaheim still batting in the 3rd inning. Jake Thrower, an infield single in the 2nd. He fouled out to 3rd in the 4th. Now Tankersley's pitch. Thrower takes high for a ball, 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes. Stingers with a 3-2 lead here in the 6th. 2 outs, bases empty as Tankersley deals. Fastball strike on the outside corner at the knees, 1-1. Tankersley 0-1, losing his only start against Salt Lake in 2001. In 2003, he made 4 starts, going 1-2 against Salt Lake. Here's a high chopper off the mound. Hernandez in front of the plate has it, throws to first just in time to get Thrower, and that retires the side. A very quick 3 up and 3 down inning for Salt Lake in the 6th. We'll move to the 7th. It's the Stingers 3, Portland 2 on ESPN 1230.
Don't forget to pick up the kids. Can you stop by the bank? I'm running late. Where are you? Why are you coming home? Can you stop by the store? You in trouble? I need a ride. There are many reasons you need a wireless phone.
What's yours?
So many. It's okay. Just sit down and relax. Let Alert Cellular, a T-Mobile authorized dealer, become your personal wireless consultant. Let's start off with an incredible offer. Sign up for T-Mobile's Get More plan.
You get 600 whatever minutes with unlimited nights and weekends.
For $39.99 a month. So get to Alert Cellular, your T-Mobile authorized dealer today. Located in most major malls along the Wasatch Front from Logan to St. George. Call 484-PHONE. That's 484-FONE. Alert Cellular, your T-Mobile authorized dealer says, don't be left out. Come see any Alert Cellular dealer for all the details. Some restrictions apply. See printed materials at Alert Cellular stores for complete details.
Log on to 1320kfan.com for your chance to win a monthly family fun pack or a trip for 4 to Disneyland, courtesy of Morris Murdoch Travel, where you can fly to Disneyland starting at $293, complete with air, hotel, and park passes.
Spring is here, and that means shorter nights. But just because there's more daylight doesn't mean you don't still need better everyday lighting. Your local Ace Hardware stores and GE Lighting can help. GE Lighting has replaced the ordinary incandescent bulb with the new Reveal bulb. Reveal bulbs make colors so crisp, clean, that you truly see the difference. Guaranteed. Reveal bulbs from GE Lighting at your local Ace Hardware. Ace, the helpful place.
You're listening to Stingers Baseball on the home of the Salt Lake Stingers, ESPN 1230 AM.
Right-hander Scott Dunn comes on to start the 7th inning as Mike Brumley, the Stingers manager, makes a connected wireless call to the bullpen. Get connected, stay connected with Connected Wireless. Call 205-FREE for the location nearest you. For Dunn, his 36th appearance of the year, his 35th out of the bullpen. Scott has won 7 and lost 4 with 1 save and a 3.77 ERA. PCL is batting .233 against Dunn, who started game 1 of the series against Sacramento. Took the loss despite giving up only 1 run on 4 hits. So Chris Bukchek, a solid outing tonight. 6 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, 1 of them earned, and the runner who scored reached base on a wild pitch on a strike 3. He struck out a season high equaling 8, walking 2, hitting a batter, and throwing that 1 wild pitch. Bernie Castro 0 for 2 will lead things off, and Dunn's first pitch is slap foul through the coach's box at third for strike 1. For Dunn, this is his 5th appearance against Portland in relief. He's given up 1 earned run on 5 hits in 6 innings for no decisions and a 1.50 ERA. The 0-1 to Castro runs up and takes low for a ball, 1-1. Castro, Guzman, and Robinson, the 9-1 and 2 hitters, due up to face right-hander Scott Dunn. 6'3", 180 in his 6th professional season. The pitch bounces in a ball, 2-1. A lot of moves today around baseball. The Diamondbacks recalling pitcher Lance Cormier from Tucson, sending Brandon Villaferte back to the Sidewinders. The 2-1 to Castro, swinging a tack foul behind home plate, 2-2 the count. White Sox put outfielder Maglio Ordonez back on the disabled list. He could be out for the rest of the year with bone marrow edema in his left knee. They recalled outfielder Joe Borchert from Charlotte of the International League. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count on Castro. The pitch, swung on, fly ball left field. Clyde drifting back is there as he reaches up and makes the catch for out number 1. Curtis was playing shallow for Castro, so he had to break back on that ball, but he got a good jump and made it look easy for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up Freddie Guzman, who was struck out twice in his walk. Marlins recall pitcher Justin Wayne from Albuquerque, while Houston sends pitcher Chad Qualls to New Orleans. Montreal recalls relief pitcher Roy Corcoran from Edmonton. And there's a fastball low for a ball, 1-0. And they option pitcher Chad Betts to the Trappers. Seattle releases first baseman John Olerud, but announces that catcher Pat Borders has accepted assignment to Tacoma. The pitch is low for a ball, 2-0. A little extra incentive because Borders had indicated that he might not go to Tacoma and that he would retire. But that turns out not to be the case. The 2-0 pitch, up high, a fastball, 3-0, and you don't want to put this guy on base. A lot of moves by Texas today. After 3-0 pitch to Guzman. High ball 4, and the potential tying run is on. Freddie Guzman, 31 stolen bases in 34 tries in just 48 games, so they'll have to keep an eye on him. Here's Kerry Robinson, 1 for 3. Flight out to Pride and left his last time up. Texas activated Brian Jordan from the DL and catcher Gerald Laird from the 60-day DL. Recalled pitcher Rosman Garcia from Oklahoma. Had to place starting pitcher Ricardo Rodriguez on the DL with a fractured right elbow as he was struck by a line drive, and designated for assignment a pair of former Buzzmen, Chad Allen and Danny Ardois. Tossed to first, and Guzman is back. He'll certainly attract a lot of attention from Scott Dunn. 3-2 Stingers here in the 7th. Dunn peers in, gets the sign from Gregorio, the pitch. Bunted third base side, charging McPherson. The only play to first in time for the out. Guzman goes to second. Interesting decision there by the Beavers. A sacrifice bunt with one out. So now Guzman is in scoring position. But with two out, with his speed and his success so far this year, you would have thought that might have given Guzman a chance to move into scoring position with a stolen base and not coughing up and out in the process. But now a tough hitter, Ramon Hernandez, veteran Major League catcher. He's 2 for 3 with an RBI single his last time up. And the pitch is a little bit high. A change-up, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes the count. 3-2 Stingers here in the 7th. Dunn ready. The 1-0 pitch. Hernandez takes a change-up strike inside corner just under the bell, and that evens the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now Dunn ready. Scott glances back towards second. The 1-1 home. Line to the center field, a base hit. Here comes the speedy Guzman around third and heading for home with the tying run of the game as the sacrifice does develop into a run. And the game is tied at 3-3. So Hernandez drives in his second run. And the game is tied here at Franklin Covey Field. Now once again, a solid effort by Chris Butchuk. He leaves with a lead, but the bullpen is unable to hang on. And so all Chris gets out of this is a lower ERA and a no decision. First pitch fastball to John Knott, misses outside. Ball 1. Knott 0 for 2. Hit by a pitch in the 4th. He came around eventually to score. Now the 1-0 pitch. Strike on the inside corner at the knees. 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Outfield swung around towards left as Dunn deals. Breaking ball just missed a little bit low. 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike, the count on Knott. Knott this year 1 for 2 with a homer against Dunn. The pitch a little bit low. Ball 3. 3-1 the count with Brian Buchanan due next. Again, it was a walk that blossomed into the tying run. Now the 3-1 pitch to Knott. Looped into right center field. That's going to be in for a base hit. Stopping at second base is Hernandez as Gordon scoops it up and flips it in towards second. So now that puts the potential go-ahead run in scoring position. Runners at first and second base. 2 outs for Brian Buchanan, who's 0 for 2 with a walk. Struck out swinging his last time up. So we're back to square one here at Franklin Covey Field, all tied at 3. Buchanan waving that bat out over the plate. Dunn ready, the pitch. Fastball inside at the bell, ball 1. 1-0 the count as left-hander Dusty Berkman is up in the Stingers bullpen. Want to know the count. Dunn's pitch. Buchanan swings and taps it foul back into the left of home plate, and the count's even at 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1 the count. Jake Gautreau is on deck. 3 runs, 8 hits, 2 errors for the Stingers. 3 runs, 7 hits, and no errors for Portland. Done from the belt, ready, the 1-1. Buchanan takes low into the dirt, smothered by the catcher Gregorio to hold the runners at first and second. And the count's 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike the count. Bergman quickly getting ready in the bullpen. Would he be ready enough to face a left-handed batter due next? We'll see. The 2-1. Fastball high and inside. Ball 3. 3-1 the count. And a wide one would load the bases for Gautreau. Three balls, 1 strike. Now Dunn ready to pitch. Strike on the outer half of the plate above the knees, and that fills the count at 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes. 2 out, the payoff pitch. The runners go. Breaking ball low. He walked him, and the bases are full. Second walk of the inning. Here's Jake Gautreau, who's bounced to first, struck out swinging, and grounded to the pitcher, Buchek. So here is Gautreau now, 0 for 3. But the bases are loaded now with 2 outs. Gautreau 2 for 2 with 6 RBI with the bases loaded since joining the Beavers, and one of those 2 hits was a grand slam as Tom Gregorio makes his way to the mound, maybe trying to buy some time for Dusty down in the right field bullpen. So bases loaded, 2 out, 3-3 score here in the 7th. Home plate umpire Steve Cox out to break up the conversation. And now Mike Brumley pops out of the dugout. That's going to be all for Scott Dunn as he wants the lefty Dusty Bergman, who has struggled against left-handers this year, as we saw in Sacramento the other night. So you'll have another chance to get a left-handed batter out in a key situation here. With the bases loaded and 2 out. We'll be back after this connected wireless call to the bullpen here on ESPN 1230.
If you need to lose 15, 20, even 50 pounds or more, then you need the powerful one-day diet, an amazing breakthrough that guarantees rapid weight loss without giving up your favorite foods, counting calories, or taking dangerous diet pills.
I'm Linda. I lost 10 pounds in 7 days. I was skeptical at first, but it's simple, easy, and it really works.
Hi, my name is Kelly. I lost 21 pounds in 37 days and 10 inches off my waist on the one-day diet. I couldn't believe it.
There now exists a bioactive weight loss compound so powerful, so effective, that it boosts your metabolism, burns stored fat, and helps you lose weight fast. The one-day diet is much too powerful for people that need to lose less than 15 pounds.
Hi, my name is Anna. I lost 27 pounds in 45 days. I've never tried anything like this. It's truly amazing.
Call now for your risk-free starter pack at 1-800-626-5182. One-day diet is 100% safe, natural, and guaranteed. Call toll-free 1-800-626-5182. That's 1-800-626-5182.
U.S. Murray,
Right in a frickin' helmet.
This is ESPN Radio AM 1230, the worldwide leader in sports.
Mr. Mike Brown.
The broadcasting station.
So left-hander Dusty Bergman comes in with the bases loaded and 2 outs here in the 7th to face lefty Jake Gautreau. For Bergman, this is his 30th appearance of the year. He's 1-0 with a 2.87 earned run average for PCL. Batting .278. Lefty's batting .284 against Dusty. And as a left-hander out of the bullpen, if he wants to go to the next level and stay, one needs to get left-handed batters out. He had the opportunity the other night where the bases loaded and 2 out of the 6th inning, but gave up a 2-run single to Steve Stanley that gave Sacramento a 2-1 lead. So now again he comes in with the bases loaded and 2 out, this time in the 7th inning. now a pinch hitter. He's not going to face a left-hander. It's Jose Nieves, the former Stinger, pinch hitting here for Gautreau. With the bases loaded, 2 out. Pitch low and inside and off the glove of Gregorio, but it doesn't roll far enough away for the runner to advance. Nieves batting .284, 15 doubles, a triple, 3 homers, and 21 runs batted in. So Jose Nieves batting for Gautreau. This shakeup in the Portland lineup brought to you by Jake's Over the Top. The 1-0. Nieves swings and misses at a fastball, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. The way things have gone for Dusty lately, and certainly Nieves a capable hitter, but he's better off facing a right-handed hitter than a lefty. Davis likely would stay in the game to play third. The 1-1 pitch from Bergman. Swung on, chopped toward short. Backhanded by Amezaga. Throws to second, gets the force out on Buchanan, and that retires the side. So Bergman does the job here in the 7th, but the Beavers tie it up. 1 run on 2 hits. No errors, and they lead 3. We go to the bottom of the 7th. It's 7th inning stretch time. Brought to you by Upper Limit Fitness. Now with 3 locations, Salt Lake, Gorham, and Layton. Upper Limit Fitness will help you stretch a little further. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Stingers 3, Portland 3 on ESPN 1230.
You asked for it. Now at Upper Limit Fitness, we're pleased to announce that our new clearance zone is in all 3 of our stores. The Upper Limit Clearance Zone is a store within a store, bursting at the seams with fantastic savings on new and used quality fitness equipment. You'll discover unbelievable savings on strength equipment, treadmills, bikes, free weights, and gyms. You'll find reconditioned exercise equipment with factory warranty, special deals on benches and bikes, dumbbell racks up to 70% off, Olympic 300-pound sets with base and weights as low as $119, with weight plates for under 30 cents a pound. Our clearance zone is a great place to save on quality fitness equipment, new and used, demos and odds and ends. Check out the great deals on top quality treadmills, bikes, home gyms, and free weights, all at huge clearance zone discounts. Come into any Upper Limit location and look for the clearance zone sign and get ready to save. Upper Limit Fitness, 815 West, 2400 South in Salt Lake, 1345 South State in Orem, and at the corner of Antelope and Hillfield Road in Layton.
Baseball is full of colors. The Reds, the White Sox, the big green monster. No sport has more to do with color than baseball. The other place color is key is in cars. If your bumper's scratched, dented, or torn, it takes away from its value. That's where Dent Pro Colors comes along. Dent Pro Colors offers on-site service. They have the latest technology in color matching, and they guarantee their work. So call 877-DENT-PRO. That's 877-DENT-PRO. Dent Pro Colors, automotive excellence.
Now, back to more Stingers baseball on ESPN 1230 AM.
All right, we go to the bottom of the 7th inning, a brand new ball game. Tied at 3, Gary Johnson, Tom Gregorio, Zach Sorensen to face right-hander Dennis Tankersley here. Gary 1 for 2, the pitch, strike at the knees, 0-1. Johnson is grounded into a double play and single to right field. Jose Nieves has stayed in the ball game to play third base. The 0-1. Breaking ball low and inside to the left-hand batter. Evens the count at 1-1. There is activity in the Beaver bullpen with a left-handed throw. They got a lot of lefties in that pen. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count on Johnson. Tankersley's pitch. Fastball strike on the outside corner at the knees, 1-2. Eddie Oropesa throwing in the Beaver pen. Side-arming left-hander. 1-2 the count on Johnson. The pitch. Fastball a little bit high. 2-2 the count. Angels lead the Mariners 2-1 in the 4th. Took the lead in the 3rd on a home run by Sean Figgins. Out the 2-2. Johnson swings, grounds one to the right side. Vasquez, the second baseman, to his left, has it and throws to first for the out. 1 away. That'll bring up Tom Gregorio, who singled in the 2nd. Drove in a run with a sacrifice fly in the 4th inning. The other games in progress. Texas and the A's tied at 2 in the 4th. Milwaukee and Houston tied at 6 in the 9th at Minute Maid Park. In the 5th at Phoenix, no score. Rockies and Diamondbacks. Colorado hitless through 5. Dodgers and Padres are tied 1-1 in the fourth. Pitch blowing outside the ball, 1-0. Take that back. Ojeda has just homered for the Padres in the fourth. San Diego leads 2-1. That's the only games in progress. The 1-0 Gregorio. Big cut comes up empty on a fastball, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Time now to find out who's hot and who's cold in the PCL. Brought to you by your Bryant Heating and Cooling dealers. Keep cool this summer and warm next winter. Visit any of your Utah area Bryant Heating and Cooling dealers. As Gregorio takes a strike, held high in the outside corner, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 3-3 score. Stingers about hit the Beavers 8-7. Now Tankersley ready, the 1-2. Swinging a foul back, still 1-2. Tankersley through 6 1/3 has allowed 8 hits. But he has retired 9 in a row. And Portland, one of the hot teams in the PCL, having won 8 of 9. Now the 1-2. Gregorio takes high, 2-2 the count. Also on the hot side, Edmonton, winners of 7 of their last 9. Sacramento has won 4 in a row with their sweep of the Stingers. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Gregorio. The pitch. Fastball, strike 3 called. Strikeout number 4 for Tankersley. And it's 2 up, 2 down here in the Stingers' 7th. That'll bring up Jack Sorensen, who's 2 for 3. On the cold side, team-wise, obviously the Stingers have dropped 8 in a row. Tacoma's lost 8 of 10. Las Vegas 7 of 10. And New Orleans 9 of 10. There's a strike called at the knees, 0-1. 0 balls, 1 strike. Pitch swung on, popped up foul, third base side, out of play. Dave Doster, I believe, still has that hitting streak going at 28 straight games. As he went 3 for 4 yesterday. He's certainly the hottest batter. That's the longest hitting streak in all of minor league baseball this year. 0-2 pitch, and Sorensen rifles one up the alley in right center field. Barry Robinson a long one, won't get to it. It bounces up against the wall. Here's Sorensen around second. He's racing for third. The throw, the slide, he's safe with a triple. For Sorensen, his third 3-base hit of the year. And the Stingers have the lead run on at third with 2 out. Stingers with their second 2-out triple of the game. And as a team, that is their third triple of the contest. The record 4 triples in one game by the franchise set against Colorado Springs in July of 2002. Amezga swings and grounds it foul. First base side, strike 1. Alfredo 1 for 3. He had a run-scoring triple back in the first inning. Oh, and 1 to count on Alfredo. The go-ahead run at third with 2 out. Now Tankersley ready. The pitch. Swinging a grounder past the mound. The second baseman Vasquez gobbles it up and throws to first to retire the side. No runs, 1 hit. A runner left stranded at third. We go to the 8th. Stingers 3, Portland 3 on ESPN 1230.
Pick up in the front line.
I think even the Bible teaches us to get pre-approved when we want to establish and reestablish credit. I mean, Noah built the ark before it rained.
Oh, my heck.
Welcome to the Mark Marine Minute, your no-nonsense answers to your car buying and credit questions.
Frustration with car credit is best defined as the difference between our capabilities and our car expectations. For example, the down payment. One of two things is going to happen with your down payment. The down payment either protects the customer and builds equity in your car, or the down payment makes me, the dealer, me, the car guy, rich. Straight A credit or reestablishing your credit. If you're going to borrow money, talk to me first. It's a structure, it's an outline, it's a formula.
Wow. Call Marine Credit Systems now at 467-9980. Marine Credit Systems, 467-9980. 467-9980.
If you need car insurance, your local Geico Direct insurance professional is here for you. There are definite advantages to having a local insurance representative. You can't beat the service, and it's nice to know a real live person is around to answer your questions. That's why Geico Direct has a local office in Layton, staffed with professionals who know the insurance business just as well as they know the neighborhood. Call your Geico professional today. No matter what you need, you can be sure it will be well done. Call 298-9336. That's 298-9336, right here in Layton.
We go to the 8th inning. It's a 3-3 ball game. Dusty Bergman on to face J.J. Fermaniak, Ramon Vasquez, and Bernie Castro here in the 8th in a 3-3 game. Fermaniak crippled with 2 outs in the 6th inning. He's 1 for 3. In that Colorado-Arizona game, it is Casey Fossum for Arizona that has the no-hitter through 6. He has struck out 6 and walked 2. Pitch to Fermaniak, shows bunt, takes a strike at the inside corner above the knees, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike to count. Stingers haven't played Portland since early May. The 0-1 bounces in for a ball, 1-1. 11 new players on the roster for the Beavers since the two teams met that last time around. The Stingers have had a few changes themselves. The 1-1 pitch to Fermaniak. Swing and a miss at a fastball, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count on Fermaniak. Now Dusty with a late kick to the pitch. Fastball inside at the knees, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Stingers led 2-0 after 1. 3-1 after 4, but Portland tied it with 1 in the 5th and 1 in the 7th. Berkman strike 3 called on the outside corner, and Fermaniak can't believe it. He thought it was outside. First strikeout for Dusty, the 9th for Stingers pitching in the ball game. 1 out. That'll bring up Ramon Vasquez, who's 1 for 3. Yet activity in the Portland bullpen. Tankersley may be done. It's a different lefty now. Mike Bynum throwing in the bullpen as Oropesa has sat down. So 1 out, nobody on base. The pitch. Running up and bunting at it, missing it is Vasquez for a strike, and it's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Final line for Dunn, 2/3 of an inning, 2 hits, 1 run earned, 2 walks, no strikeouts. Now the 0-1. Fastball in at the knees, a strike, and it's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes the count. Bernie Castro, the designated hitter, is due next. Now the pitch. Breaking ball to the dirt. Off the left shoulder. The catcher Gregorio. 1-2 the count. And tomorrow, Corey Lee makes his Stingers debut for Salt Lake against right-hander Brian Sweeney, who's 8-2 for the Beavers. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. The pitch. Fastball, strike 3 called on the outside corner. That's back-to-back called 3rd strikes. And now the home plate umpire barking at Vasquez. They're going at one another a little bit. Greg Colbert coming down from 3rd to keep his player in the ball game. So back-to-back called 3rd strikes. Leaves 2 outs and nobody on for Bernie Castro. Will turn around and bat right-handed against the lefty Berkman. Castro tonight 0 for 3, but he had that big strikeout that allowed him to reach first base on a wild pitch, and he eventually scored the 2nd run. There's a strike on the outside corner at the knees. Backdoor breaking ball. 1 strike the count. on Castro. Now the pitch. Breaking ball low and outside. 1-1 the count. Good idea by Dusty. As long as they're giving him that on the corner, you might as well keep going there. He did it on Permaniac and did it on Vasquez. 1 ball, 1 strike the count on Castro in a 3-3 game here in the 8th. Now Berkman's pitch. Long on, chopped on 1 out, fielded on the middle of the cap, high bounce by Kotzman. Takes it 5 steps to the bag, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Dusty Berkman here in the 8th. After 7.5, Stinger 3, Portland 3 on ESPN 1230.
Summer Sales Madness has West Valley Suzuki in deep discount mode on all Suzuki SUVs. Make the smart move now while selection is still good on new 2004s, like the new XL7 4-wheel drive auto transmission loaded for just $19,995 after rebates. 0 down, just $349 a month OAC. Or get a new Grand Vitara 4-wheel drive LX for $18,495 after rebates. 0 down, $323 a month OAC. West Valley Suzuki still has a large selection of Suzuki cars like the new automatic Forenza S sedans. Loaded. Only $11,999 after rebates. 0 down and $199 a month OAC. West Valley Suzuki is Utah's #1 volume Suzuki dealer and wants you to be a part of our growing family. All Suzuki vehicles come with America's #1 warranty. 100,000 mile, no deductible, and it's fully transferable. That's the kind of value you deserve on your next vehicle. And don't forget, if you own any kind of Suzuki vehicle, you qualify for $1,000 in loyalty cash on SUVs. West Valley Suzuki, 3200 West, 3500 South. Offer expires July 31st.
Baseball is full of colors. The Reds, the White Sox, the big green monster. No sport has more to do with color than baseball. The other place color is keys in cars. If your bumper's scratched, dented, or torn, it takes away from its value. That's where Dent Pro Colors comes along. Dent Pro Colors offers on-site service. They have the latest technology in color matching, and they guarantee their work. So call 877-DENT-PRO. That's 877-DENT-PRO. Dent Pro Colors, automotive excellence.
Left-hander Mike Bynum comes on for Portland here in the 8th. Also, Yamid Hunt takes over for Ramon Hernandez behind home plate for Bynum. His 44th appearance of the year. He's 5-5 with a 3.40 earned run average. 4 saves. The PCL batting .252 against lefty Mike Bynum. 44th appearance of the year, second in the league behind Troy Brohan of Las Vegas. They bring in the lefty as the Stingers send 3 straight left-handed batters to the plate, actually 4. Kotzman, McPherson, Pride, and Gordon. Casey 0 for 3 in his first game back with a RBI ground out in the first. Bynum 6'4", 200 pounds in his 6th year. First pitch fastball is outside, ball 1. Dennis Tankersley goes 7 innings, gives up 9 hits, 3 runs, all earned with 4 strikeouts and no walks. Now Bynum ready, the 1-0. Strike on the outside corner above the knees, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike for Bynum. This is his 6th appearance against Salt Lake this year. He's 1-0 with a save. Now the pitch. Swung on, grounded towards the hole at short. Backhanded by Permaniac. The long throw on target and in time. For out number 1. Kotzman retired. That'll bring up Dallas McPherson, who's 0 for 3. McPherson flied out to center field his first time up. Or I should say his last time up. Overall, Bynum 1-0 with a 4.50 earned run average against Salt Lake. So 1 out, bases empty here in the 8th. The pitch. Sinker low, ball 1. Bynum with a fastball, slider, and change in his 6th year out of the University of North Carolina. He was the Padres' first-round pick, 19th selection overall in 1999. There's a strike call. The count's even at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike on McPherson. Now Bynum's pitch. Swing and a miss, 1-2 on the slider. Cubs began a thorough inspection of the concrete on the underside of Wrigley Field's upper deck today after a team employee found a 3rd piece of concrete that apparently fell from the 90-year-old stadium's upper deck. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. 2 up, 2 down. That'll bring up Curtis Pride is 1 for 3. Bounced back to the mound his last time up. A fragment about the size of the palm of your hand, according to a representative of the Cubs. Fortunately for the Cubs, they are on the road right now. That can be looked at. So 2 outs and nobody on. In the top of the 9th, Portland will have the top of their order due up. Now Bynum's pitch to Pride. High and inside to the left-hand batter. Ball 1. 1-0 the count. Stingers 3, Beavers 3 here in the 8th. Now Bynum ready to pitch. Strike. A fastball in at the knees. 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. Outfield shaded towards left for Curtis. Now Bynum from the stretch the pitch. Fastball sliced foul over the roof and on to 13 south. The count on Curtis Pride. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1-2 the count. An estimated $15,000 in jewelry taken this month from a hotel room where Cub pitcher Matt Clement was staying in Milwaukee has been recovered. An employee of the hotel has been arrested. A 1-2. Swung on, lifted in the air towards left, not racing hard, dives and cannot make the catch. Pride will take the turn and hold at first. So Curtis aboard with a 2-out single to left. Hit number 10 for the Stingers, and that'll bring up Brian Gordon, who's 1 for 3. Fly to center field his last time up. Now I'm not quite sure why, if you're on a road trip, you'd carry $15,000 in jewelry with you. That's an invitation for trouble. So 2 out, a runner at first base. Pride at first. He has 1 steal. That was the other night in Sacramento. In the 9th inning, as a matter of fact. Moved to first, and Curtis back in easily. Two outs, a runner at first. Now Bynum set the move to first again. Into the dirt, and a good scoop by Buchanan leaning to his left to keep that one from getting away and moving Pride into scoring position. Now the left-hander ready to pitch. Breaking ball strike, and it's 0-1. Ryan struck out the only time he faced Bynum this year. No balls, 1 strike the count. Now Bynum ready for pitch. Swing and a miss at a fastball up and in, and the count's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes the count. Portland 3, Stingers 3. We're in the bottom of the 8th. Beavers tying it with a run in the 7th. 0-2 the count. The pitch. Fastball outside at the belt. 1-2 the count. Casey Possum about ready to take the mound for Arizona in the top of the 7th. He has a no-hitter through 6. Move to first, and the runner is back. Dustin Hermanson had a no-hitter through 6 1/3 for the Giants before it was broken up on a home run by Albert Pujols. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count on Gordon. The pitch. Swing and a miss at a slider. He struck him out, and that retires the side. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. We go to the 9th. Stingers 3, Portland 3 on ESPN 1230.
On
Ogden Subaru's big summer inventory sell-down is now underway. During this big clearance, Ogden Subaru is offering discounts and savings up to $6,500 on remaining 04 models. To help introduce our award-winning new 05 models, Ogden Subaru is offering a special 39-month lease with a payment of only $269 per month on new 05 Outbacks. Payments on new Legacy sedans are set at $249 per month and only $199 per month on 05 Impreza RSs. To participate in these huge savings, all we need is your good credit and $3,000 in trade equity for cap reduction and upfront fees. As an extra bonus, during this big sale, Ogden Subaru pays your sales tax. These are new 05 Subarus, driven by what's inside. After 23 years in business, Ogden Subaru is undisputed the #1 dealer in customer satisfaction in northern Utah. Our low guaranteed prices are absolutely unbeatable. Don't miss this big summer sell-down. Be sure to shop Ogden Subaru before you buy. 3377 Wall Avenue.
PetSmart is saying thank you to the nation's pet parents with great offers and a free party. When you spend $50 or more during a single visit in July, you'll receive a coupon good for a free collectible pet parent appreciation frame and Polaroid photo package. Redeemable at the PetSmart Paw Print Party coming up on Tuesday, August 3rd. Plus, 40-pound bags of Science Diet dog food are on sale for just $25.99. Pet Parent Appreciation Days for a limited time only at PetSmart. While supplies last, see store for details. Photo package is a $9.95 value.
Now, back to more Stingers baseball on ESPN 1230 AM.
All right, we go to the top of the ninth inning. Freddie Guzman, Kerry Robinson, Ramon Hurt, or rather the catcher Yamid Hod, due up here in the ninth. Well, we mentioned Dustin Hermanson had his no-hitter broken up in the seventh inning by a home run from Albert Pujols. There's the first pitch to Guzman. Sliced foul into the upper deck first base side. Strike one. Dusty Bergman has retired all four batters he's faced. Well, Casey Fossum lost his no-hitter on a two-run home run by Vinny Castilla. Rockies lead the Diamondbacks now 2-1. The 0-1 to Guzman. Again, a rocket into foul territory in the upper deck to the left of, rather to the right of home plate. And the count on Freddie Guzman 0-2. He followed by Robinson and Hod. Here in the ninth, the pitch. Swing and a foul behind home plate. He just got a piece of the changeup to stay alive. And we'll do it again at 0-2. In the bottom of the ninth, the Stingers will have Jake Thrower, Gary Johnson, and Tom Gregorio due up. Pitch swung on, little flare, right center field. Gordon racing hard, dives and can't come up with it. Guzman's going to try for two. Gordon's throw is high and off the glove of Amesica. And Freddie Guzman with one of the shortest doubles you'll ever see. And now the potential go-ahead runs at second base with nobody out. Gordon making the diving effort, couldn't come up with it. The ball bounced away. Guzman thinking two bases and Brian's throw high. I'm not sure if throw on the money would have gotten him, but either way, Guzman with his ninth double. That kid can fly. Here's Kerry Robinson, 1 for 3. Sacrificed his last time up. Corner's pitching in, expecting him to bunt once again here. As Bergman delivers to Robinson, he squares around and misses the bunt attempt. Snap throw to second base, and they got it picked off. Freddie Guzman went to sleep out there. Gregorio on the missed bunt attempt fired a strike to Alfredo Amesica. And Guzman never made it back to within 7 feet of the bag. Pickoff 2-6, and there's one out here in the ninth. And the bases are empty. And the count on Robinson is 0-1. A huge play there. That could very well be our impossible defensive play of the game, brought to you by the Gus Paulus Auto Group. Now the pitch. Swung on, chopped to the right side. Kochman has it. Quickly the underhand toss to Bergman in time for the out. 2 away. That'll bring up Yamid Hod, batting for the first time. Hod hitting .277, 13 doubles, 7 homers, 26 runs batted in. Hod 5 for 14 against Stingers pitching this year. So 2 outs and the base is empty. Here in the 9th inning. Bergman's pitch. Long on, bouncing ball. McPherson at third to his left has it. Throws to first to retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, nobody left on the base paths. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Stingers 3, Portland 3 on ESPN 1230.
After a successful 4th of July, Porter's is fully restocked and ready for the 24th of July. So why get stung by firework outlets that double the price and then claim it's buy one, get one free? There may be other fireworks stores, but there's only one Porter's Fireworks, just off the first exit in nearby Evanston, Wyoming. The granddaddy of all fireworks stores guarantees the absolute best prices and selection, as well as precise explanations by their highly trained staff on everything from Roman candles and artillery shells for a stay in Wyoming, or fountains and cones for a return home to Utah, and all without double price get one free gimmicks. Why pay double just to get one free? Instead, go to the Fireworks Champions, Porter's Fireworks, voted best fireworks store for 12 straight years. Just look for the big red and white building right along the first I-80 exit in nearby Evanston, Wyoming. And don't confuse Porter's with the Ghost, Cat, or Clown fireworks stores, because at Porter's Fireworks, we don't sell and sell. Porter's Fireworks, we celebrate America. After a 10-win season, a Liberty Bowl shutout of Southern Miss, and a top 25 ranking, you may think the University of Utah football team is satisfied. Well, Urban Meyer and the boys want to let you in on a little secret. You ain't seen nothing yet. So call 581-UTIPS for your season tickets, because
you're listening to Stingers Baseball on the home of the Salt Lake Stingers, ESPN 1230 AM.
All right, we go to the bottom of the 9th inning, and Jake Thrower will lead things off. Gary Johnson due up, but the right-hand batting Adam Riggs has picked up a bat at the on-deck circle. He'll likely hit for Johnson. And then Tom Gregorio against left-hander Mike Bynum, who starts his 2nd inning of relief. Huge play in the top of the 9th inning there after the leadoff double, picking off Guzman at second base. So here's Jake Thrower, 1 for 3. Facing Bynum, Thrower 0 for 3 with a walk against the left-hander this year. Long on, popped up behind third, foul territory. Long run for the third baseman Nieves, who makes the over-the-shoulder grab for the out. Tough play with Nieves, who's back to the infield, traversing the bullpen area, but he made a nice play for the out. Now here's Adam Riggs, pinch hitting for Gary Johnson. So Riggs pinch hitting in the 9th, former Portland Beaver. Riggs comes in batting .307, 21 doubles, 6 triples, 17 homers, and 54 runs batted in. Riggs 2 for 3 with a double against Bynum this year. First pitch breaking ball in at the knees, a strike, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike on Adam. And the Stingers have not had very many pinch hit situations this year. Now the 0-1. Swing and a miss at a changeup, and it's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes on Adam Riggs with Tom Gregorio due next. Riggs 0 for 1 as a pinch hitter. It's only the 10th time that a pinch hitter has been used by the Stingers this year. The 0-2 to Riggs. Fastball just a little bit low, 1-2. The game continues on. Riggs would stay in as the DH. Gary Johnson went 1 for 3 on the night. The 1-2 pitch to Adams. Swing and a miss and a slider down and in. He struck him out. 2 up and 2 down here in the 9th. Here's Tom Gregorio, who's 1 for 2, who singled in the 2nd inning. Drove in a run with a sacrifice fly in the 4th and was caught looking in the 7th. Gregorio 1 hit and 2 at-bats against Bynum this year. First pitch to Gregorio inside at the belt, ball 1. 3-3 here in the bottom of the ninth. Now Bynum's pitch. Swing and a miss at a fastball, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Peralta throwing in the Stingers' pen. The pitch. Fastball strike on the inside corner at the belt. Gregorio in the hole now, 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. The infield back. The pitch. Breaking ball low and outside the right-hand batter, and that evens the count at 2-2. Angels now lead Seattle 5-1. Jose Guillen with his 17th homer. The 2-2. Gregorio chops one behind first, and it plays a bad hop off of Buchanan's chest down the right field line into the Stingers bullpen. Gregorio heading for second, and he'll stay there with what will likely be a bad hop double. So Gregorio at second base with the potential winning run, and the batter will be Zach Sorensen, who will be facing Bynum for the first time. See how they rule it. They do rule it a bad hop double. And for Tom, his 5th two-bagger of the year. And now the pitching coach, Tom Brown, going to the mound. They have a right-hander throwing in the pen. Sorensen, of course, a switch hitter. I believe that's Steve Watkins throwing in the Beaver pen. So the Stingers with the potential winning run at second on the bad hop double by Gregorio. And now Casey Smith comes in to replace him as a pinch runner. That means Will Nieves will come in to catch if there's a 10th inning. So Casey Smith, the pinch run. For Gregorio out at second base. Tom goes 2 for 3 on the night. And now Zach Sorensen, who's 3 for 4 with 2 singles and a triple, the batter. Facing Bynum for the first time. The left-hander ready to pitch. Swinging a ground ball up the middle. The shortstop Romaniak to his left behind second base. Brooks to first for the out. And that retires the side. No runs on 1 hit. The Stingers' last 3 hits have all come after 2 outs. 1 runner left. We go into extra innings with a score. Stingers 3, Portland 3 on ESPN 1230.
If you were to say, Orkin, man, you don't have to go to school to kill bugs, I'd say, nobody's born an expert, my friend. I actually took entomology classes to learn that thief ants will nest right under your kitchen counters. It's not exactly good dinner conversation, but what you thought was dinner for 4 could really be dinner for 4,000. I still take courses to keep up with the latest facts, like how the Argentine ant has no natural enemy, except, of course, for me. Well, this is the Orkin Man saying, if it bugs you, bug me at 1-800-ORKIN-MAN.
And now for a traffic update, we go to Kelly Clark. Kelly, how's it looking out there?
Well, if you've got to get anywhere, I hope you have lots of time. All northbound lanes to Taylor Interchange are backed up. Westbound lanes are at a standstill, and the off-ramp near the Martin Building remains closed, causing major headaches.
Not good.
But I just have good news.
What's that, Kelly?
I just saved a bunch of money on my car insurance by switching to Geico.
See what you could save. Call 1-800-947-AUTO. Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% on car insurance.
Starting for your locally owned grocery store, Andy Goodwill.
Regarded as the top customer service clerk in the country, Andy Goodwill is a first-team all-star selection as a provider of only the best service to shoppers at any of the associated food stores, including Acres, Peterson's, Macy's, and others across the Wasatch Front. As region MVP, Goodwill set records for happy customers, satisfied shoppers, and stunning smiles. Goodwill chose Associated Food Stores because of its commitment to customer service and the impressive reputation of Western Family Products. For your family, only the best.
Changes for the Stingers as there's another shakeup in the Stingers lineup. Will Nieves comes in to replace Tom Gregorio behind the plate as Tom was pinch run for, and another connected wireless call to the bullpen. Joe Peralta comes in. Of course, that shakeup in the lineup brought to you by Jake's Over the Top. Joel Peralta on to pitch now for the Stingers, making his 23rd appearance of the year. He's 3-0 with a 5.52 earned run average. The PCL batting .282 against Joel Peralta. Solid 2 1/3 innings worked by Dusty Bergman. No runs, 1 hit, struck out 2, did not walk a batter. And retired Jose Nieves with the bases loaded, 2 out when he came on in the 7th inning. John Knott, Brian Buchanan, Jose Nieves 2 up. Here in the 10th inning, Stingers have not fared well at all in extra inning games, particularly here at home. Now the first pitch to Knott, low for a ball, 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes. Stingers 2-7 in extra inning games, just 1-5 here at Franklin Covey Field. There's a breaking ball for a strike, 1-1. Beavers are 5-4 in extra inning games, 4-3 on the road. Joel Peralta in the pitch here in the 10th. Pitch foul back into the screen, 1-2. Peralta, no decisions, 3.86 earned run average, 2 previous appearances against the Beavers. Not the batter, facing Joel for the first time. Pitch high and inside as he ducks out of the way of the fastball. The count's 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. A 3-3 game here in the 10th. Beavers down 3-1, get 1 in the 5th and 1 in the 7th to tie it. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the count on Knott as Peralta deals. Swing and a miss. He struck him out on a splinter. 11th strikeout for Stingers pitching in the ball game, and there's 1 away here in the 10th. Here's Buchanan 0 for 2 plus a pair of walks. A 1 out, nobody on base. Double barrel action in the Portland Beaver bullpen. A pair of righties. There's a swing and a miss and a fastball. Strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Stingers in their half of the 10th will have a Messiga, Kochman, and McPherson due up. The 0-1. High and outside a ball. 1-1 the count. A series of left-handers, and I'm a little surprised there isn't activity from a lefty in the bullpen unless there's no one available. 1-1 pitch. Buchanan swings, chops 1 to third. McPherson near the bag has it. Goes across low, but it's dug out by Kochman for the out. 2 up, 2 down, and that'll bring up Jose Nieves, who hit into an inning-ending fielder's choice with the bases loaded, and 2 out of the 7th inning to keep the game tied. So Nieves the batter, replacing Jake Gautreau. Nieves the batter. Hit .321. 15 homers, 50 runs batted in over 76 games with the Stingers in 2001 and 2002. There's a strike on the outside corner at the knees, 0-1. 212 major league games for Nieves in his 13-year career with the Cubs and the Angels. The 0-1. Swing and a foul back 0-2. Last year he split his time between AAA Memphis and AAA Columbus. No balls, 2 strikes. Now Peralta's pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and it's a 3 up, 3 down 10th for Joel Peralta. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We go to the bottom of the 10th inning. Still the Stingers 3 and Portland 3 on ESPN 1230.
Don't you hate when the car buying experience gets so ugly that if your salesperson entered a beauty pageant, he not only would finish dead last, Miss Congeniality would come over and hit him right in the mouth?
Oh, yeah.
Welcome to the Mark Marine Minutes, your no-nonsense answers to your car buying and credit questions.
What Einstein was to physics, what Babe Ruth was to home runs, what Emily Post was to table manners, getting pre-approved is to protection in buying a car. trade-ins. Trade-in talk includes words like over-allowance, under-allowance, and actual cash value. Trade-in talk also speaks to low book values, high book values, and payoff amounts. And all that talk about trade-ins is the perfect tool for hidden profit. Get pre-approved and have everything about your trade-in made transparent. Wow.
Call Marine Credit Systems now at 467-9980. Marine Credit Systems, 467-9980. 467-9980.
Two of the fastest growing crimes in Utah are fraud and forgery. Don't be a victim. Have sensitive and confidential documents disposed of safely at Certified Shred. With Certified Shred, you can have your items shredded on site with their state-of-the-art mobile shredding truck, or you can let their secured personnel do it off-site. To contact the bonded and insured professionals at Certified Shred, call 972-4748. They've been handling the removal of sensitive documents for over 5 years, so they know what they're doing. Certified Shred, 972-4748.
Now, back to more Stingers baseball on ESPN 1230 AM.
All right, we go to the bottom of the 10th inning. It is a 3-3 ball game. The Stingers will have Alfredo Amezaga, Casey Kotzman, and Dallas McPherson to face right-hander Steve Watkins. Makes his 13th appearance for Portland, his 7th out of the bullpen. He's won 2 and lost 3 with a 3.43 earned run average. The PCL batting .247 against Watkins, who made 2 relief appearances against the Stingers last year. First pitch to Alfredo, runs up and takes a strike down the middle, 0-1. Watkins 6'4", 190 in his 7th year out of Lubbock, Texas. 3-3 game here in the bottom of the 10th. The pitch. Long on and foul. Back out of play. Over towards the sweep to our left. The count's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Watkins, a starter at Double-A, but strictly a reliever the last 2 years when he's been at Triple-A. The 0-2, Alfredo takes outside, 1-2. 10 starts this year for Double-A Mobile. Won 4 and lost 3 with a 3.64 earned run average. Now the 1-2 to Amezaga. Sweet! He struck him out. Drop third strike. Haas gets the angle, throws to first. Safe! As Buchanan was late getting to the bag at first base. And now Craig Colbert, the manager, ought to argue. Amezaga struck out, but the throw to first base was late. And Alfredo will reach on a strikeout. Now home plate umpire Steve Cox talks to first base umpire Angel Campos, and now Cox won't let Colbert go through to talk to Campos, and he's just been tossed from the game. And now Colbert's going to get a chance to have his peace of mind with Angel Campos. I can't fault Colbert on this one. Not the call, but the fact the home plate umpire wouldn't let the manager have his conversation or argument or whatever you want to call it with the first base umpire. Not trying to protect the local guy. The local guy, the villain's over at third. That's a legitimate PCL umpire who should be allowed to state his case, and vice versa. Still no ruling on that one. That could be a lot of different things, including an error on Buchanan for not getting there in time. So runner at first. Well, one of the Portland runs started off with a runner, with a batter reaching on a strikeout. But now here's Casey Kotzman 0 for 4. The pitch from Watkins. Change-up strike on the outside corner at the knees, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike to count. Amezaga 7 out of 7 in the stolen base department this year. Will he be going? The pitch, Kotzman takes a strike to the outside corner at the knee, and the count's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes to count. The right-hander ready. The pitch to Kochman. Swung on, chopped to third. Up with it, Nieves goes to second for one. No chance for the relays. Vasquez drops the ball, but it'll be a fielder's choice. 5-4 on the force out of Amezaga. One out. So the winning run potentially still over at first with one out for Dallas. McPherson is 0 for 4 with a couple of strikeouts. The runner at first base. One out. Now the right-hander Watkins pitch, and McPherson takes a strike belt high, 0-1. No balls, one strike. Stingers 3, Portland 3 here in the bottom of the 10th. Pitch. McPherson swings. There's a high fly ball, deep left center field. Guzman to the warning track, and in front of the wall makes the catch. Kochman has to retrace his steps back to first to throw, and they got the double play. As Kochman was 10 feet around second base. McPherson flies in front of the wall, and it's turned into a double play. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We go now to the 11th, still tied at 3 here on ESPN 1230.
When's the last time you got a bonus, just like that? Well, a $2,000 bonus is waiting for you at Stedman's Recreation in Tooele, because between now and the end of August, you can get $2,000 in bonus bucks for the purchase of a 2003 Honda VTC 1800 motorcycle. You can use your bonus bucks on any accessories, on riding gear, or even a down payment. And right now, you can ride off with a Honda VTX 1800 motorcycle with 3.9% fixed APR for up to 3 years and 0 down payment upon approved credit through American Honda Finance Corporation. So head on down to Stedman's Recreation at 916 North Main in Tooele and use your $2,000 in bonus bucks on parts or accessories. With your new gear, you're going to be cruising the boulevard in style. Bonus bucks offer good through August 31st, 2004. Financing available to qualified buyers through July 31st, 2004. Payment is sample, 36 monthly payments of $29.48 for each $1,000 finance. Other restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
Connected Wireless is growing to better serve you with their new Provo Town Center store. Connected Wireless doesn't just sell one-of-a-kind wireless services like most wireless companies. Connected Wireless is your one-stop wireless source. They'll fix you up with the right plan and the right service from Sprint, AT&T, Verizon, and T-Mobile. Plus, Connected Wireless has all the latest and hard-to-find accessories. Connected Wireless will beat any deal, even internet deals. Call 205-FREE or look in the yellow pages to find one of 7 Connected Wireless locations. Get connected. Stay connected with Connected Wireless.
KQS Murray, Salt Lake City. This is the ESPN Radio AM 1230. The worldwide leader in sports. A Citadel Broadcasting Station.
All right, we go to the 11th inning. Stingers and the Beavers still tied at 3-3. J.J. Permaniak in the bottom third of the order, 2 up for Portland here in the 11th. Now Peralta starting his second inning delivers, and Permaniak lifts it in the air to right. Ryan Gordon drifting back at the edge of the track, has room and makes the catch for out number 1. One away, that'll bring up Ramon Vasquez, who's 1 for 4. Vasquez called out on strikes. So 1 out, nobody on base. Stingers 3, Portland 3. They've out-hit Portland 11-8. There's a fastball strike in the outside corner at the knees, 0-1. Peralta, the 4th pitcher employed by manager Mike Crumpler. Now the 0-1. Swinging a foul. Back into the screen. 0-2. No balls. 2 strikes to count. $5,863 paid here tonight. No balls, 2 strikes the count. Now Peralta's pitch. Inside, a ball off the glove of the catcher, Davis, and the count is 1-2. Tacoma and Edmonton have gone to the 9th, tied 4-4. Edmonton leading Tacoma and Portland each by 1 game in the standings. The 1-2 to Vasquez, swinging a ground ball, 2 hops to first, dropped by Kotzman, picks it up, throws to Peralta, covering off his glove. And safe at first base is Ramon Vasquez on the error. Let's see if it goes to Kotzman for the initial bobble or on the throw or possibly on Peralta for not hanging on to the throw. Either way, the Beavers have a runner at first with 1 out. That'll bring up Bernie Castro, who's 0 for 4. So 1 on, 1 out here in the 11th. The error is on Kotzman. Now runner at first base, 1 out. Peralta from the belt, ready, the pitch. Fastball strike to the outside corner above the knees, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. The right-hander once again up now in the Portland bullpen. 3rd error charged to the Stingers tonight. Now Joel ready, the 0-1. Slap towards the hole and through into left field, a base hit. That moves Vasquez to second. And the Beavers have something brewing here in the 11th. Runners at first and second with only 1 out. And to the top of the order, and Freddie Guzman, who doubled his last time up on a blooper into right center, but he was eventually picked off at second base by the catcher, Tom Gregorio. So an error has opened the door for the Beavers, and a single has followed. Vasquez at second, Castro at first. Well, these 2 teams played an extra inning game earlier this year here at Franklin Covey Field. It was a 3-3 game before Portland scored 3 in the top of the 11th. Hopefully history doesn't repeat itself. The pitch to Guzman. Strike down the middle, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. I believe that was that Tuesday morning game with all the youngsters here at the ballpark. Peralta ready, the 0-1 pitch to Guzman. Into the dirt, pops away from Davis. The runner goes to third, the throw not in time. Vasquez advances, Castro holds at first. And now the count is even at 1 ball, 1 strike, but the go-ahead run now is 90 feet away at third. And Guzman, not the guy you expect to be able to turn a double play on. I think they're going to play the infield in. Try to go for the run at the plate on a ground ball at someone. Will Davis with the defensive signal in case Castro goes, and that's a likelihood with 13 steals and 18 tries. So the infield in, the outfield in and around towards left for Freddie Guzman. Peralta ready. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a smash off the glove of Kotzman into right field, a base hit. In to score, Vasquez. Castro races to third, and Casey appears to have hurt his right shoulder, making the diving attempt. But it's now a 4-3 Portland lead. So Adam Neville, the trainer, out to check out that right shoulder of Casey Kotzman. He made the lunging effort to try to get to that sharply hit ground ball. So the run is unearned, but it's on the board. The Beavers lead it 4-3, and they still have runners at first and third with 1 out. Mike Crumley out too to check on Kotzman. Scary Robinson is due up. Well, the error has opened the door. And looks looks like Alex Pelaez is going to have to come in and play first base for Kotzman. So Pelaez in. The runners at first and third. With one out and one run in. Now here's Kerry Robinson, who's 1 for 4. So runners at first and third, one out. Robinson the batter, again the infield in. Tough to turn to on this guy as well. Now Peralta ready, the pitch. There goes the runner. The pitch is low for a ball, 1-0. Guzman goes to second base. So now a 4-3 Beavers lead, and they have a chance for more with runners at second and third. One out, the 1-0. Swing and a fly ball. Shallow left center field. Sorensen the catch. The tag at third. Castro. The throw to the plate, and he is out on a perfect one-hop strike from Zach Sorensen. What a throw by Zach to turn that fly ball into a double play. But the Beavers have taken the lead. One unearned run on 2 hits, a costly error, and one man left. We go to the bottom of the 11th. It's Portland 4, the Stingers 3 on ESPN 1230.
Mortgage rates have gone up. Hi, this is Scott Borster with Alta Mortgage Group. Mortgage rates have increased recently, so at Alta Mortgage Group, we've created a new program which offers a rock-bottom fixed interest rate for up to 7 years that is flexible enough to allow you to pay a normal payment based on 10, 15, 20, or 30-year mortgage payments. Or just take a breather and just pay the interest rate you choose. This program sometimes cuts your mortgage payment in half. These rates are so low you'll have to call 628-9400 for a quote. We can also correct inaccurate credit scores that are making you pay higher interest rates on your loans. This problem of inaccurate credit scores is costing consumers millions of dollars per year. Let us help you today. We can help you correct these credit problems. Call 628-9400. That's 628-9400. Or visit us on the web at altamortgagegroup.com. We are here to help you.
Baseball is full of colors. The Reds, the White Sox, the big green monster. No sport has more to do with color than baseball. The other place color is key is in cars. If your bumper's scratched, dented, or torn, it takes away from its value. That's where Dent Pro Colors comes along. Dent Pro Colors offers on-site service. They have the latest technology in color matching, and they guarantee their work. So call 877-DENT-PRO. That's 877-DENT-PRO. Dent Pro Colors, automotive excellence.
Now, back to more Stingers baseball on ESPN 1230 AM.
Right-hander Marty McCleary now comes on to pitch for the Beavers with a chance to try to save the game as Portland took a 4-3 lead in the top of the 11th. Here at the bottom of the 11th, it'll be Curtis Pride, Brian Gordon, and Jake Thrower to face Marty McCleary, making his 29th appearance of the year, his 22nd out of the bullpen. He's 3-4 with 3 saves and a 3.65 earned run average. The PCL batting .231 against McCleary. He's had 2 previous appearances against Salt Lake, giving up 2 earned runs on 2 hits in 2 2/3 innings. With 4 walks and a strikeout, Curtis Pride to lead things off. Swings and misses a strike 0-1. Curtis 2 for 4 with a triple back in the first inning. Stingers down by a run here in the 11th. Pride facing McCleary for the first time. Now the right-hander ready, the pitch. Fastball inside at the knees. A ball, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Watkins pitched a scoreless inning. He's in position for a win. 1 ball, 1 strike on Pride. The pitch low and inside to the left-hand batter. A ball, 2-1. Outfield, straight away and deep for Curtis. 4-3 Beavers. 2 of the 4 runs for Portland unearned. Now McCleary into his windup for the 2-1 pitch. Swung on and launched into center field. Guzman going back on the track, has room, now comes in on the grass to make the catch for out number 1. So Pride retired, 1 away here in the 11th. That'll bring up Brian Gordon, who's 1 for 4. Singled and scored back in the 4th, but he has struck out twice. Brian facing McCleary for the first time. Marty McCleary, 6'5", 220 in his 8th year. The Stingers down to their last 2 outs to avoid a 9th straight loss. As Gordon takes a fastball high, ball 1. One ball, no strikes as McCleary deals. Swing and a miss at a fastball down and in. 1 ball, 1 strike to count on Brian. Jake Thrower would be next. Now McCleary's pitch. Swing and a foul back over the roof and out of play to the left at home plate. The count on Gordon. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Tacoma beat Edmonton 8-4. Portland win. There's a 3-way tie for first. There's a swing and a miss at a slider inside. He struck him out. 2 down. The Stingers are down to their last out. 6-4 the final, by the way, Tacoma. A winner over Edmonton. So it's up to Jake Thrower, who's 1 for 4 in the ball game. Singled in the second. Since then he's fouled out, bounced out, and fouled out again. Twice to the third baseman. Jake facing McCleary for the first time this year. The right-hander's pitch is fouled back off the screen. Strike 1. The Stingers are down to their final out. McCleary trying to put the Beavers in a 3-way tie for first in the PCL North. No balls, 1 strike the pitch. Thrower takes a strike of the knees, 0-2. If Jake can extend it, Adam Riggs would be next. No balls, 2 strikes the pitch. Outside, a ball, 1-2 the count on Jake. Outfield shaded towards left. The infield back. Now McCleary ready. Here's the line of the 1-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and the ball game is over. And there's a huge log jam at the top of the North Division. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. As the Portland Beavers win it in 11th by a final score of 4-3. We'll be back with the 10th inning show next on ESPN 1230.
This has been Salt Lake Stingers baseball. Stay tuned for a complete wrap-up of tonight's game. The 10th inning show is coming up next on the home of the Salt Lake Stingers, ESPN 1230 AM.
On the red trees, on the red trees, you can judge a book by its cover. Why don't you check every page? You got what you need. You can judge a book by its cover.
When are Yellow Pages more than just Yellow Pages? When they're filled with money-saving coupons, menus for local restaurants, useful tips to help you plan weddings, recreation guides for skiing, scuba diving, golf, and just about everything else that's fun to do. Where do you find all of this? In any of the beautiful books, or should I say area information guides, published by Phone Directories Company. You know, the books with the beautiful covers. Now, the latest editions have just been delivered, so use those coupons in the back of the book. You'll save money, and if you're a business owner, there's no better way to attract new customers and do it affordably. And if you've never advertised with us before, give us a call at 800-443-0801 and ask about our special offers. That's 800-443-0801. Remember, you can judge a book by its cover.
The game is over, and the fans are leaving the ballpark. It's time now for the 10th inning show. A complete wrap-up of tonight's game with a look at the rest of the Pacific Coast League and Major League Baseball. This is the 10th inning show on ESPN 1230 AM. Now let's go back to the ballpark with the voice of the Stingers, Steve Klauke.
Welcome back to Franklin Covey Field, where the Stingers' skid continues. They have now lost a franchise record 9 straight games as the Beavers win in 11 by a final score of 4-3. Here are the final totals in the ball game. For Portland, 4 runs on 10 hits, no errors, and they left 10 men on base. For the Stingers, 3 runs on 11 hits, 3 errors, and they left 7 men on base. The winning pitcher, Steve Watkins, now evens his record at 3-3. The losing pitcher, Joel Peralta, suffers his first loss. He's now 3-1. Artie McCleary with a 1-2-3 ninth inning picks up his 4th save of the season. Time of the game, 3 hours and 10 minutes. Paid attendance here tonight, 5,863. Saw the Stingers jump ahead early, but again, some defensive lapses costing them the ball game. 2 unearned runs, plus another run that scored on a batter that reached on a wild pitch, strike 3. So the Stingers now 37-62 on the year, while Portland goes to 53-47. Again, a virtual 3-way tie for first between the Beavers, the Trappers, and the Rainiers. More on that a little bit later on, but right now, it's time for tonight's Gus Palos Auto Group Impossible defensive play of the game. And it came in the 9th inning, a 3-3 ball game, and Freddie Guzman had already led off the inning with a double. As Bergman delivers to Robinson, he squares around and misses the bunt attempt. Snap throw to second base, and they got him picked off. Freddie Guzman went to sleep out there. Gregorio on the missed bunt attempt fired a strike to Alfredo Amezaga, and Guzman never made it back to within 7 feet of the bag. Pickoff 2-6, and there's 1 out here in the 9th, and the bases are empty. And the count on Robinson is 0-1. And that is our Gus Palos Auto Group, the possible defensive play of the game. Gus Palos may be short, but his selection of quality used cars sure isn't. Visit his new used car dealership at Jordan Landing. Stingers fall in 11 to Portland, 4-3. We'll come back and take a look at the other scores around baseball after this on ESPN 1230.
After a successful 4th of July, Porter's is fully restocked and ready for the 24th of July. So why get stung by firework outlets that double the price and then claim it's buy one, get one free? There may be other fireworks stores, but there's only one Porter's Fireworks, just off the first exit in nearby Evanston, Wyoming. The granddaddy of all fireworks stores guarantees the absolute best prices and selection, as well as precise explanations by their highly trained staff on everything from Roman candles and artillery shells for a stay in Wyoming, or fountains and cones for a return home to Utah, and all without double price, get one free gimmicks. Why pay double just to get one free? Instead, go to the Fireworks Champions, Porter's Fireworks, voted best fireworks store for 12 straight years. Just look for the big red and white building right along the first I-80 exit in nearby Evanston, Wyoming. And don't confuse Porter's with the Ghost, Cat, or Clown fireworks stores, because at Porter's Fireworks, we don't sell and sell. Porter's Fireworks, we celebrate America.
Mike Levitt, former governor of Utah and now director of the Environmental Protection Agency, talks about junior achievement.
This is a pitch to some of you to get involved who haven't been, and also a testimony on the part of those of us who have been that we're going to continue it because we believe it's making a difference.
As a junior achievement volunteer, you'll be helping to shape the future of America.
I would like to just express my enthusiasm, my hope that you'll be involved because it does so many things.
Junior achievement accelerates a student's abilities, giving them an advantage in today's competitive business world.
We can change people's attitudes, thoughts, and minds at the level of junior achievement, and we all benefit for generations to come.
Get involved with Utah's future business leaders.
So join with us, whatever level at which you can participate.
Volunteer with Junior Achievement.
And I guarantee you it's a great program, and you'll find great benefit from it.
For more information, call 355-5252 or visit us on the web at ja.org.
Welcome back to Franklin Covey Field, where in 11 innings the Portland Beavers defeated the Stingers by a final score of 4-3. Time now to find out what else happened under the lights tonight of the PCL as well as Major League Baseball. Brought to you by TE Lighting and the new Reveal Bulb. Check out the Reveal Bulb at your locally owned Ace Hardware store. In the PCL North, Tacoma rallied with 2 in the 8th and 2 in the 9th. Beat the Trappers by a final score of 6-4. Scott Atchison, the winner, 5-3. Gary Majewski, the loser, 0-1. Randy Williams with his 4th save. Tacoma, Edmonton, and Portland in a virtual tie for first place now in the division, with Portland at 52-45, Tacoma at Edmonton at 52-46, Tacoma at 51-45, and Portland at 53-47. Elsewhere, Iowa at Colorado Springs, Omaha and Albuquerque, they were both rained out. In the 7th at Tucson, Fresno leads the Sidewinders 5-1, while Sacramento leads in Las Vegas 10-2 as they opened up the game, or broke it open rather, with a 7-run 5th inning. Finals from earlier was New Orleans shutting out Memphis 4-0. Carlos Hernandez with a 5-hitter, and Nashville blanked Oklahoma 4-0. Nelson Figueroa with a 4-hit shutout. Terry Shumpert and Humberto Cota with home runs for the Sounds. In the American League, they're in the 7th inning at Seattle. The Angels leading the Mariners 6-2 with Anaheim having runners at first and third and nobody out. Sean Figgins and Jose Guillen have homered for Anaheim. Texas leading at Oakland 7-3. The A's batting in the bottom of the 7th inning. Well, the Rangers aren't going to go away. Cleveland scores a run at the bottom of the 11th to beat Kansas City 3-2. Toronto topped Tampa Bay 7-4. It was the Yankees edging the Red Sox 8-7 on a 9th inning run. Minnesota bombed Baltimore 7-3. Chuck Jones and Corey Kosky homer for the Twins. And the White Sox stay a half game behind Minnesota with a 6-4 win over Detroit. In the National League, the Diamondbacks getting ready to bat the bottom of the 9th. Their starting pitcher, Casey Possum, had a no-hitter through 6, leading 1-0. It's now Colorado in front, 8-1. Vinny Castillo with a pair of home runs for the Rockies. They're in the bottom of the 8th at Los Angeles. San Diego out in front of the Dodgers 2-1. Finals, Montreal nipped Florida 2-1. It was the Cubs over the Phillies 5-1. Home runs by Derek Lee, Moises Alou, and Sammy Sosa to support the pitching of Kerry Wood. Pittsburgh doubled up Cincinnati 6-3. It was Milwaukee scoring in the 9th to beat Houston 7-6 after the Astros had rallied from a 5-0 deficit. Giants topped the Cardinals 7-2. Barry Bonds with his 25th homer. And the Braves and Mets were rained out in New York. Here tonight, Portland wins in 11 by a score of 4-3. A recap with highlights coming up next on ESPN 1230.
If you need to lose 15, 20, even 50 pounds or more, then you need the powerful one-day diet, an amazing breakthrough that guarantees rapid weight loss without giving up your favorite foods, counting calories, or taking dangerous diet pills.
I'm Linda. I lost 10 pounds in 7 days. I was skeptical at first, but it's simple, easy, and it really works.
Hi, my name is Kelly. I lost 21 pounds in 37 days and 10 inches off my waist on the one-day diet. I couldn't believe it.
There now exists a bioactive weight loss compound so powerful, so effective, that it boosts your metabolism, burns stored fat, and helps you lose weight fast. The one-day diet is much too powerful for people that need to lose less than 15 pounds.
Hi, my name is Anna. I lost 27 pounds in 45 days. I've never tried anything like this. It's truly amazing.
Call now for your risk-free starter pack at 1-800-626-5182. One-day diet is 100% safe, natural, and guaranteed. Call toll-free 1-800-626-5182. That's 1-800-626-5182.
Ogden Subaru's big summer inventory sell-down is now underway. During this big clearance, Ogden Subaru is offering discounts and savings up to $6,500 on remaining 04 models. To help introduce our award-winning new 05 models, Ogden Subaru is offering a special 39-month lease with a payment of only $269 per month on new 05 Outbacks. Payments on new Legacy sedans are set at $249 per month and only $199 per month on 05 Impreza RSs. To participate in these huge savings, all we need is your good credit and $3,000 in trade equity for cap reduction and upfront fees. As an extra bonus, during this big sale, Ogden Subaru pays your sales tax. These are new 05 Subarus, driven by what's inside. After 23 years in business, Ogden Subaru is undisputed the #1 dealer in customer satisfaction in northern Utah. Our low guaranteed prices are absolutely unbeatable. Don't miss this big summer sell down. Be sure to shop Ogden Subaru before you buy. 3377 Wall Avenue.
Marking back to Franklin Covey Field as the Stingers jumped out in front very quickly tonight here in the bottom of the first inning off the starter Dennis Tankersley of Portland. Jack Sorensen opened the ball game in the bottom of the first with a single to center field, bringing up Alfredo Amezaga. Tankersley ready, the 2-1. Amezaga smacks one fair inside the first base, back past Buchanan down in the right field corner. Sorensen heading for third. He's being waved on in. Here comes the relay from Vasquez to the plate, not in time. On to third goes Alfredo, and it's 1-0 Salt Lake. So 1-0 Stingers on the run-scoring triple by Alfredo. He then comes home on an infield out by Casey Kochman, and the Stingers led 2-0. Beavers got on the board in the fourth inning with one out. John Knott was hit by a pitch. Brian Buchanan then walked, putting runners at first and second base. With Jake Cotreau at the plate, an attempted pickoff by Tom Gregorio went awry, advancing Knott to third and Buchanan to second. They had a chance maybe to get Buchanan at second base, but Brian Gordon's throw got away down the left field side, scoring Knott to make it a 2-1 ball game. Stingers get the run back, though, in the bottom of the fourth inning. As Brian Gordon singled to right. With one out, he moved to third on a single to right field by Gary Johnson. Gordon scoring on a sacrifice fly by Gregorio, and it was 3-1 Salt Lake. But the Beavers chipped away. They got a run in the fifth with one out. Bernie Castro struck out on a pitch in the dirt. But he was able to get to first base on the wild pitch. Freddie Guzman walked, and with two outs, Ramon Hernandez singled to center, scoring Castro to make it a 3-2 ball game. Then in the seventh inning, with one out, Scott Dunn on the pitch. He walked Guzman. He moved to second base on a sacrifice by Kerry Robinson, bringing up the veteran Ramon Hernandez. Now Dunn ready. Scott glances back towards second. The 1-1 home. Line to the center field, a base hit. Here comes the speedy Guzman around third and heading for home. With the tying run of the game as the sacrifice does develop into a run. And the game is tied at 3-3. So a 3-3 ball game. The Stingers did get a two-out triple from Zach Sorensen in the seventh, but they could not bring him home. They got a two-out double in the ninth from Tom Gregorio, but they couldn't bring in the pinch runner Casey Smith. And then finally, in the 11th inning with one out, Ramon Vasquez reached on an error by the first baseman Kochman. Bernie Castro singled to left, advancing Vasquez to second. A wild pitch moved him to third with Freddie Guzman at the plate. Peralta ready. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swing a smash off the glove of Kochman in the right field, a base hit. In to score Vasquez. Castro races to third, and Casey appears to have hurt his right shoulder, making the diving attempt. But it's now a 4-3 Portland lead. It is a 4-3 lead for Portland at that point. Casey had to come out with that injured right shoulder. And the Beavers, though, did not score any more runs, but then Marty McCleary came on and set the side down in order, 1-2-3 in the 11th. And the Stingers fall to the Beavers in 11th by a final score of 4-3. We'll come back with our Ace Hardware most helpful player of tonight's game, as well as a preview of tomorrow night's second game of the series after this final timeout on ESPN 1230.
Pick up in the front box.
Are you serious about credit? Marine Credit Systems will be your personal chauffeur in the carpool diamond lane of credit. Now that's a green light for credit.
Look, hon, we're passing everyone who bought a car somewhere else. They're upside down and buried.
Welcome to the Mark Marine Minutes, your no-nonsense answers to your car buying and credit questions.
Car credit is like food. It's not the food, but the appetite that makes eating a delight. For example, love and credit. Did you know a divorce decree does not supersede the obligations of a loan? And when is it a good time to bring up credit in a newly developing relationship? Not soon enough, if you ask me. So how about this for an idea? Prenuptial credit. Learn what column of finance you were in. Learn what column of finance your mate is in. And learn what column of finance you're in together. Wow.
Call Marine Credit Systems now at 467-9980. Marine Credit Systems, 467-9980. 467-9980.
Soldier, this is what we've been waiting for. Ken Garf of Ogden is moving out their 04 vehicles from 6 different manufacturers. They're clearing out their used cars. And we are not going to stand around with our pinkies up our noses. We're going to Ken Garf of Ogden, and we're going to save some money. Big money. Do you understand?
Yes, sir. It's the clearance sale at Ken Garf of Ogden, and they're blowing out their 04 vehicles with rebates up to $5,000 on select models. Get the best prices of the year on Buick, Pontiac, GMC, and more. But hurry, because there's limited number of 04s available. GMC, we are professional grade.
And remember, Ken Garf of Ogden gives you an additional warranty up to 10 years or 250,000 miles. Let's march into clearance savings. If you want to say some go, Ken Garf of Ogden's the place you go. Ken Garf of Ogden's clearance sale. 04 vehicles cheap as ahead.
Ken Garf of Ogden at 900 West Riverdale Road backs up every car they sell.
All right, welcome back to Franklin Covey Field, where the Portland Beavers were victorious tonight over the Stingers by a final score of 4-3 in 11 innings. Time now for our Ace Hardware most helpful player of tonight's game. Brought to you by your locally owned Ace Hardware store, Ace, the helpful plays. And a big night goes to Tom Gregorio, who went 2 for 3 with a run batted in. He also set the table for a chance to win in the bottom of the ninth with a double. He also had a big 2-out single in the second inning, and had that crucial pickoff of a runner at second base on a throw through to get Freddie Guzman in the ninth inning with nobody out and a runner at second base. So Tom Gregorio is our Stingers Ace Hardware most helpful player of tonight's game. Game 2 of the series tomorrow. The Stingers try to stamp a 9-game losing streak, sending left-hander Corey Lee making his Stingers debut tomorrow night against Portland right-hander Brian Sweeney. His record is 8-2. Time of the game, 7 o'clock. Still superb seats available for the big fireworks show on your Pioneer Day holiday. Our thanks to Colby Zabel back in our studios here in Salt Lake City for his help tonight. And our thanks to you for listening. Once again, in 3 hours, 10 minutes, in front of 5,863, the final score in 11 innings. The Portland Beavers 4 and the Salt Lake Stingers 3. I'm Steve Plowke saying good night and so long from the ballpark.